By Fresh from Florida.
I'm back, and look at all the Fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown Fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Picture the next big family memories you want to make together. Are you riding the newest roller coasters, or are you up close and personal with some of the world's most magnificent animals? If the answer is yes, then go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to score up to 50% off tickets to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, the only parks that combine the best theme park thrills with one-of-a-kind animal experiences. Even better, a portion of every ticket goes back to animal rescue and conservation. So go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today only to score up to 50% off tickets. Service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Living with a body of water right outside your home sounds delightful, until these boogers start showing up. Mosquitoes aren't just annoying, they can carry deadly diseases like Zika and West Nile virus. But with Summit Mosquito Dunks, you can have your pond without all the worry. Simply drop a Summit Mosquito Dunk into standing water and kill mosquito larvae for 30 days or longer. Mosquito Dunks are harmless to people, pets, fish, and wildlife. So it's just that, let's stop hanging around. Visit SummitResponsibleSolutions.com.
Today is the day you've been waiting for. It's iHeartRadio Access Day. Now get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences all day long. You can enjoy a gourmet meal in San Francisco prepared by world-renowned chef Tyler Florence, and join Tyler and Wells Adams from the Two Dudes in a Kitchen podcast for a private Miller & Lux Caesar salad tutorial.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Do you have shoeboxes full of photos? Today only, iHeartRadio Access Day listeners get VIP access to the new Photo Legacy Box. Get your family's photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box. Visit iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Get $15 off any Valvoline instant oil change. Log on to AccessDay.com today.
GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer for a reason. We don't sell your leads to anyone else like the rest of our competitors. You're our customer. We handle our customers right, and that's why we're America's best car buyer. You're not going to get harassed by a bunch of different people selling your information. GiveMeTheVin.com dominates. Why? Because we take care of our customers. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Temu.com, that's Temu.com, is giving you an exclusive opportunity to unlock a $100 spending spree on their app today only on iHeartRadio Access Day. Temu.com is the most downloaded app on the App Store, and this is your chance to get a $100 coupon bundle you can use on millions of items. All you have to do is download the Temu app, enter a promo code, and you'll have $100 you can use to treat yourself to the latest fashion, home goods, or beauty products. Just head over to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today for your promo code. Then get started on your $100 Temu.com shopping spree.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio! 104.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, June 1st, 2023. Lots to get to today, from we have another baby to the most embarrassing graduation mistake ever, and the war against Chick-fil-A heats up. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good.
Access Day has
That's
arrived.
right. iHeartRadio Access Day, baby.
You're going to get all of the access to us today. Normally we give you a lot of access, but today...
This is extra.
Yeah, all of it. We're going to go 100% on the access.
Well, you're getting more of us today, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then...
we can just tell people that, right? Like, there's going to be a lot shorter commercials today.
Oh, yeah.
So more show.
All the commercials are like kind of revolving around the different things that you have. I hate to overuse the word because you're going to hear it a lot. All the different things you're going to have access to.
Got it, yes.
And they're dropping more stuff throughout the day. So you check on the website, and there's a bunch of cool things that you have access to.
There's deals,
giveaways,
bunch of flyaways. There's so many.
Can we win this stuff?
I am asking, like, can I be a representative at the very least? They have a flyaway to the party with Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay, come on.
I love Lionel Richie so effing much. I want to be a part of this. A trip to LA to hang out with LL Cool J.
Okay.
And more. And then not one, but 2 nights seeing Pink in concert as she flies through whatever arena and so much more.
Somebody's going to win that. It's not going to be us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
that's
but
frustrating.
They might have a +1.
Yes, take us with you, please. That might circumvent the
Count
rules that we
me in.
have here, right? So it's Access Day. It's going to be a lot more of the show today. Hopefully you're down for that. And we're down
Hopefully
for
we are.
Yeah.
Did you post some more stories?
I'm ready to
There
talk.
will be no stories that didn't make the cut today.
Got a lot of things on my mind. We want to hear from you with your dispatches, so go to thenewsjunkie.com and send those to us throughout the show today. Let's start as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Casa Bonita. It is a food sport.
Oh, look at the cliff divers, you guys.
Casa Bonita, dead, then resuscitated by the South Park guys. If you don't know about this place, it's this big, giant restaurant that has, like, cliff divers and all sorts of stuff.
I mean, would we call it like Spanish-themed Chuck E. Cheese?
Kind of, but I think it's
that's
bigger.
fun.
I think it's like a pretty large place.
But axe the arcade and replace it with like shows.
Yeah,
and
it's
maybe a ride or two.
It's less of a child casino and more of just like a thing for the family where there's a spectacle.
Now with that, it had its resurgence, or maybe just one surgence of popularity with South Park. Did people know about it prior to the episode?
They did. It was big regionally, but we didn't have one anywhere around here, or I didn't have one growing up near me. And then they went out of business, and the South Park guys were such big fans they had written it into one of the episodes, now they're saving it.
It's kind of like because it'd be kind of like if we had like a show on Comedy Central and we did this big episode about pirate dinner adventure, and the people in Central Florida know about that, and maybe some of the surrounding areas. But in Poughkeepsie, nobody's ever heard of Pirate Dinner Adventure.
Dallas
doesn't know about Pirate Dinner Adventure.
Well, what is this?
I'm going to that this weekend.
Are you really?
So this weekend...
Maybe we are going to save it.
I don't know. So I'm very curious how it's going to go down.
I've been, but it's been years.
This weekend is Girls in Wonderland. Mm-hmm. Are you familiar?
No, I've never heard of this.
It's like...
That's part of Pride, right?
Yeah, and it's the biggest lesbian party,
at
least in this region.
The one you went to before that you told us was like...
gay pirates?
I was supposed to go, and then Celine gave us COVID.
Oh, that's right.
I was supposed to go to the lesbian pool party.
Allegedly gave you COVID.
How are you feeling this morning before I have to give some bad news to the people that allow me to go to the pool party?
Just don't take a test.
I'm good. It's a little warm. It's a little warm in here. Anybody
But I
else
guess
warm?
one of their main events, the lesbian dance party at Pirates Adventure.
Really?
So
that's fun.
I don't know if I'm supposed to dress up as a pirate.
Well, take a look at the place. Tell us if it looks like if something bad happens there, we should resuscitate it like they did with Casa Bonita.
All right,
I would have thought the pirate theme would have been at the gay event, not the lesbian event.
I see. Butt pirate and all that. All right, here we go.
I was leaving that up to him to say it.
Here we go. Casa Bonita, let's play a little game. Is this guy a total loser?
Is he a total loser? I wasn't ready for this.
So sorry about that. I always just throw them out there randomly.
No.
That's not going to... Yeah, that'll do it. Is this man a total loser? We go to this report about Casa Bonita, the revamp and the reopening. Here we go.
The long-awaited reopening of Casa Bonita is almost here. The anticipation and excitement among Coloradans is definitely growing.
I remember one time I asked you what that is, and you said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you don't know."
And
you promised me that you get me lunch there.
I'm doing it. It's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
That was a weird back and forth.
Is that
going
the guy that we're asking if he's a total loser?
No,
Okay.
not him. Don't pass judgment on him just yet.
He's still trying to get that lunch. Look at him.
It's the guy who's the subject of this report, and let's see what they say about him.
Denver Sen's Christian Lopez spoke with one Casa Bonita diehard who is hoping his dedication to the restaurant will get him one of the first spots on the guest list.
This is
Here he
my
is.
nightshade.
Lance Castillo is prepared. He packed up his car with the essentials.
I got my clothes, I got the lawn chair, I got my pillow.
While most Coloradans are camping out all across the state during this Memorial Day weekend, Castillo set up his camping spot outside of the iconic Casa Bonita.
This guy has been in his car living outside Casa Bonita for a week.
All right, I have the answer to this question.
For a week.
What?
For a week, because he didn't get one of the early access passes for the soft opening and stuff, and he's
Okay.
hoping that they're going to see him in the parking lot and they're going to go, "You're the #1 fan."
No.
And you're going to be let into Casa Bonita.
Okay, if you are a #1 fan, then how did you not end up with an all-access pass?
Maybe there's that much demand. I don't know. I mean, this seems to be kind of a big deal. But he's been living in his car outside Casa Bonita for a week.
I love this place.
Hoping to be first in line and first through the doors during opening day, whenever that may be.
I've been coming here as a kid.
The restaurant just announced it'll be selecting the first guests exclusively through their email list.
It was a bummer.
It says no walk-ins. And the guy's outside the place.
It doesn't say no sleep in your car-ins.
It's because it's a real bummer. It's a bummer, but he's still hopeful that he's going to get in. A lot of people are saying loser with a capital L. They're not liking this guy. But let's see what else he says. Let him plead his case.
But I still have my hopes up that maybe someone inside will see my dedication to be able to be like, yeah, come on in.
Yeah, I don't know about
I won't be
that, man.
first in line, I guess, but I'll be here until that email.
I'm sorry, the
comes out.
shirt? The shirt has been blurred.
It's blurred out. You know what it says?
With their wiener?
Real men play with wieners, and it's got a wiener dog on
Yeah.
it. And the news has blurred out the with wieners part underneath his shirt. This guy,
buddy.
I'm gonna go with loser. I'm sorry, buddy. I hope you get into Casa Bonita,
There's,
but
yeah, someone out there.
They're saying this guy sounds like Sealand. Does it sound like your voice?
For the invitation.
Until then,
not at
he's
all.
staying put. All day, people continue stopping by to take pictures.
These
We're trying to get a sneak peek, and security guards won't let us.
And we were able to get in there for a special sneak peek on Friday. Their goal is change nothing, improve everything. And we were able to see that by their new and improved kitchen where you can see your food being made. They also
Ooh.
added new ticket windows. Here's a few of the videos we were able to take when we were in there.
Oh, the poor guy in the car.
The cliff divers, you guys.
Yeah, they got the cliff divers, and he's just out there in his car melting away in the hot sun. Oh, man. Unfortunately for him, I don't know if he's going to be able to make it into old Casa Bonita.
I've never
we'll
actually
see.
seen inside Casa Bonita, but I mean, I think South Park did a decent job.
They
of
did.
recreating.
The cliff divers look like the cliff divers looked. I can
Oh,
see it.
That guy just ruined it.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot there. But best wishes, sir. Good luck.
Do you remember the lengths that Cartman had to go through to convince Butters that the nuclear winter was on?
Yes.
And he built like a fake cardboard town.
Oh, is that show still as good as it was, or is that falling off some?
It has its moments.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the new stuff. I really should watch it, but they're getting some press for this.
I told you,
opening
watch
back
the
up.
Chat GPT one. It's good.
I will. Have you guys heard of the Gray Man? Have you heard of this before? The Ghost of the Gray Man. And I've never heard this before, but they
Nailed
said
it.
if you see the Gray Man, it means a massive hurricane is on its way, but your home will be spared, which, give me all the Gray Men then.
I mean, there is something to say that on the day of hurricane season starting, they're looking at a, what do they call it?
Is it a disturbance, a depression? It's something in the Gulf of Mexico.
It's an entanglement.
There's an entanglement off the coast.
Tropical entanglement.
So look out for the Gray Man out there. They say sightings of the mysterious spectral figure started around 1822. According to the legend, a young man had just returned from the sea and was on his way across the island to ask for his love's hand in marriage. But he was thrown from his horse during a storm and died in quicksand. Damn, that is a rough way to go out. His betrothed later came across his ghost, who warned her to leave the island. She persuaded her parents to leave, and when the family returned, they saw utter destruction everywhere. but their home had been spared. So with hurricane season starting today, everybody's on the lookout
Here I am.
for the gray man out there. And if you see him, then you're in luck, and everybody else is absolutely screwed. It's going to be very, very tough out there. Started watching a new show last night. You guys got to get on board with this.
Vanderpump Rules.
No, I'm not watching that. I have to keep my distance. But I started watching a new show last night with Courtney. I can't believe nobody's talking about this. Did you guys see Poker Face?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a great show.
That was a long time ago, man.
Love the star of Poker Face, right? She's like, there's something
What's her name?
super interesting about. I can't remember her name right now.
Natasha.
Bedingfield.
No, that's not it. Leon. Natasha Leon. And she's got that like grovelly, smoky voice, and she's cool
Yeah, it's
beyond
always
cool.
like she's in Boston.
Yes.
I'm really upset.
She's like this cool character.
I've been smoking since I was 3 years old.
And I don't know why nobody's talking about this, but she's in a new show called Russian Doll.
That's not a new show.
It's not new?
No.
Oh, my God,
God.
Sean.
I've never heard of this before.
People are going to think this is the best of.
It's not. We're
Russian
live.
Doll has
It's
been
Access
around
Day.
for years.
Is it?
Yes.
I had never seen this before. Have you guys watched all of this?
Yes.
Not all of it, but I've seen a lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. We're like 7
Very
episodes
fun.
in, and I was like, I've never heard of this before.
What's the song? You'll never.
Don't do that to
when
me.
you're watching that show.
It's like,
that
good
song,
morning.
yeah, something like that. It gets stuck in your head because it's another Groundhog Day esque show,
But
except
it's effed up.
Except it's a little more effed up, and this time it's a
lot of drugs.
It's a TV series instead of being just a movie.
And she relives the same day a lot of times. And each time, just like in Groundhog Day, that song plays and then it just gets stuck in your head because you hear it so many damn times. I didn't know that wasn't new. Watch it, though, if you haven't seen it before. Courtney said she found it, and I was like, well, this must be a new thing. But I guess it's been out for a little while. I like her. I think she's fantastic, man. There's a ton of stuff that is coming out that is new. Manifest Season 4, Part 2 is coming out.
Tomorrow.
The Idol.
I think that's it for Manifest, too.
Is it? That's the final end of the season there for them, I guess.
You guys didn't watch Manifest, did you?
I didn't. I remember you talking about it.
Ashley and I loved it.
The Idol Season 1, that's the controversial one with The Weeknd. And also Johnny Depp's daughter is in that one.
Dude, I just started this new show a couple days ago, Stranger Things.
No, shut up. I thought it was new. I'm sorry. The Lazarus Project Season 1 is starting if you need new stuff. Based on a true story, Season 1 on Peacock. The Walking Dead, Dead City Season 1
I cannot wait.
is starting. And I was wondering, because I was watching my YouTube show the other day that I always watch, and they had one of the women from The Walking Dead on, and I was like, what's she promoting? And this is still going on.
So they ended the original series, but they still have, I think this season is the final season of Fear the Walking Dead, which is the precursor.
Right.
And then they have all this, like 3 different spin-offs with the main characters from the original series.
They're just going to print money with this stuff.
Dead stuff. Yay.
I'm looking forward to this new one that I saw the trailer for where Zooey Deschanel moves in with a bunch of dudes.
You know what? Is this another old one?
It's a New Girl.
No. Okay, shut up. This is all new stuff that I'm talking about now for real. This is coming back, and I'm excited. The Bear is coming back for a new season.
And I believe Saul Goodman's in it, right?
Yes, he's supposed to be in
Odenkirk?
this season, yeah. And then they said The Witcher and Black Mirror all coming back. So if you're like me and you're sort of in this weird rut now where you need some new shows, there you go. There's some stuff you
can pick old shows.
No, that's good. It's a good show.
It's a real good show.
I like that show. I think people should watch it if they haven't seen it before. Okay, when we come back, we're going to crack open your dispatches and see what's on your mind today. Plus, movie theater owners are begging for us to come back to the theater, and they're getting real creative in what they're going to do to try to bring us back in. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The wait is finally over. Today is iHeartRadio Access Day. Incredible one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences for you all day long. Head over to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to check out some of the great specials from our partners and stay tuned for more.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail at South Street. There's slowdowns on I-4 heading eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. The right lane is blocked due to an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound after Mills Avenue, exit 11. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
I want to go to a concert tonight, but the prices are so expensive. Have you tried Game Time? What's Game Time? It's only the hottest ticket app in the country right now. With Game Time, you can score last-minute deals on concerts, games, shows, everything. Oh, Game Time sounds awesome. It is.
Today only, go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to get a code for $20 off your first Game Time ticket order. That's $20 off your first ticket order at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
New users only. $150 minimum purchase. Can only be redeemed once. Cannot be combined with any other promo.
Worried about losing your Medicaid benefits once the public health emergency ends? Don't panic. Affordable options are available through the Federal Health Insurance Marketplace. You don't have to try to figure this out on your own. There are certified health insurance navigators available to help you and your family find the right coverage. There's no obligation and it's free. Visit coveringflorida.org and secure your health coverage today. That's coveringflorida.org or call 877-813-9115.
Good news, today is iHeartRadio Access Day, so get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences all day long. You could be spending Meat Friday with me, Dan Patrick, and the Danettes for a VIP experience in the Man Cave, complete with some exceptional Meat Friday food, fresh off the grill, of course. All part of iHeartRadio Access Day.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Summer's almost here. Time to get swimsuit ready for the pool parties and beach vacations. And for the confidence to look your very best, get RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. RM3 works on your belly, hips, and thighs, attacking unhealthy fat and reshaping your body, all while helping you lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. There's simply no faster way to get swimsuit ready than with RM3. It's safe and effective for men and women, and it's all natural, so it won't make you nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. So trust the experts at Red Mountain Weight Loss for programs that are doctor supervised and highly successful. Lose weight and look great just in time for summer with RM3. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the unofficial start of summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
We see you. Looking for more access, right? We want you to win 1 year of iHeartRadio All Access at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com and experience your iHeartRadio app like never before. Hear absolutely any song on demand, unlimited skips, listen to your favorite station with 0 commercials, and enjoy full albums from any artist with a single tap. Ultimate access to the iHeartRadio app. Win it now, plus so much more at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
I'm going to tell you in just a minute why your favorite app may be Dunzo. An app that's probably on your phone right now you may be not able to use anymore very soon for an interesting reason. We'll talk about that momentarily.
My secret folder?
I don't know. You look very scared about this, though. And the moment I said
my secret folder app?
I don't know if it's that or
the
not.
one with all the nudes.
I'll tell you in just a second what's going on with that because it's pretty wild. You know what I was thinking about yesterday, and I wanted to toss this out to everybody to see if you think this is going to happen or not. But, you know, most things that happen in this country or in the world, usually within a couple of years, somebody makes a movie about it. And sometimes it seems weird. Like, I remember the 9/11 movie.
Really fast.
That somebody made. It was pretty quick, and all of a sudden we got a 9/11 movie. Or
I remember thinking at the time, and I've said this before, was like, are they going to have to cast somebody to play George W. Bush while George W. Bush is still in office?
Sure. Yeah, they got that out pretty quick, though. And they've done this with other things. And I was like, do you think they're going to do pandemic movies that are actually related to the pandemic that everybody went through?
It's weird because I haven't seen any pandemic movies. I've seen some documentaries. The one about the animals just roaming around the cities because nobody was manning the zoos.
Right.
That was pretty fascinating. But something that I don't, it's hard because I don't remember too much of it happening for previous things like a 9/11 or something that you would make a movie about really quickly. But a lot of the episodic television shows that we watched, suddenly they had to make a choice whether are they going to go pandemic or are they not going to go pandemic?
Right. Yeah. I think there might be something to the idea that maybe people don't want to relive that. Maybe people find that to be like a miserable experience and they don't want to go to the movie theater to watch a movie about that when they already do have sort of pandemic movies. I think you can make like a weird argument that like The Last of Us and some of those kind of shows are like a pandemic-y kind of thing.
Yeah, but that would fall under things that predated the actual pandemic.
Right, I understand. But what I'm saying is I don't know if they'll address the specific pandemic that we went through in a movie just because people might not want to see that.
Yeah.
They might not want to watch it to begin with.
The first thing I think of is Grey's Anatomy. When they came back for their new season, they covered the pandemic like intense.
They did a bunch of episodes?
Yes, a lot, and just like what each character was going through when it came to the pandemic, how that hospital changed because of the pandemic.
Right. Didn't they like cover situations where people were dying, but their loved ones couldn't be next to them because they like had to do like
so they went deep on
it. Say goodbye via FaceTime.
Yeah, and then you had a couple of the main characters like almost die because of it. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of that's been done already, and there's been ones that have surprised me. Like somebody made a movie about Columbine. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but there was like a movie about Columbine that somebody made, and a lot of people think that the footage in it is real, and it's actually the footage of the Columbine kids killing themselves. Whoa. But it was this really dark movie that somebody had made after that ended. Regardless, before I get to the reason why C-Lane's favorite app is going to be shut down, it's not necessarily yours, but you might have it on your phone. There's a decent chance you have it on your phone. They're trying to get us back to the movie theater, and I want to know if you're going to be convinced to return because of these offerings, okay? These are the things that they're going to use to get you back to movies like The Little Mermaid or Barbie or the Spider-Man and Indiana Jones movies that are coming up.
Swear to God, if you say Movie Pass, I'm going to leave this
It's
studio.
not Movie Pass, though that is back out there. I don't know who the hell would use that.
I don't know how.
I don't get it either, but that is back out there.
Listen, if they're already talking about Firefest 2, then the idea that Movie Pass is still around doesn't really seem all that ridiculous.
Well, they're offering bigger screens at a lot of the theaters, so increased screen sizes. They're offering in some of the theaters heated seats, which I've never liked heated seats. I'm not into that.
I don't mind heated seats, although I think I know why some people don't like them.
It feels like you're
going to want to poop.
Yeah, it feels like you crapped yourself.
I don't feel like I've already done it.
Or it's like working it out.
Sometimes it feels like if your seat is too hot that like you're going to be, it's going to somehow loosen you up down there.
And that would be a nightmare at the movie theater.
But why do we need that in the movie theater? Can we just have a controlled temperature that everyone's comfortable
You
in?
could have your own couch. That's what people are going to instead of going to the theater.
I used to worry or bring a jacket or something because back when I went to a lot of movies, there were some of the theaters that were ice cold. So heated seats doesn't sound like a terrible idea as long as you have the option of turning it off.
It's the old trope of somebody going, I'm going to bring like a sweater to the movie theater, like some throwover or something. They said there's an urgency now, says Mike Polidoros, president of Paper Airplane Media, a cinema marketing agency.
His name means many Doros.
Theaters are installing heated lounge chairs that fully recline or have built-in trays and buttons to summon waiters. Some seats move in sync with the movie's action or provide special effects such as a blast of air during a windy scene.
Okay. Those are fun one time.
They said tricks that were once typical only at amusement parks are headed into these movie theaters.
They've been at the movie theaters.
Some auditoriums now have screens on the sides as well as the front of the movie theater, which that seems just kind of weird.
It's immersive.
Yeah, they're trying to do like the wraparound thing, I guess. Menu options have grown ever more sophisticated.
I mean, all right, answer me this. You have how many movie theaters have these wraparound screens or screens on the sides?
I don't know.
How many movies have the content?
Probably not
for
many.
the side screens.
Yeah, probably not many are optimizing
and
for that.
not any good ones.
They said some of the movie theaters are offering things like sushi for people.
All right.
And they're offering other thrills. There's one place where they are worried about baseball and sports taking away from their audience at the movie theater. So they have a thing where at the bar at the movie theater, everybody can come watch the game. And then when the game times out, then the movie starts. And they like hold the movie until whenever the baseball game that everybody wants to watch is over. C-Lane looks unconvinced by this.
That's so weird.
All of it's weird. It seems like they're kind of desperately trying to get us to come over.
If the game is that important to you, first of all, if they want so badly to get those baseball fans in the seats, they should show the baseball game in the movie theater.
Yeah, that'd
not
be a lot
at
smarter.
the theater bar. I mean, I know you're trying to sell drinks and all,
Yeah.
but that should be the option. But I'm pretty sure that most people who are that invested in a baseball game, and this has got to be playoffs, because there's so many damn baseball games. But if it's that important to you, you're just not going to go to the movies.
You're going to try to go to the game or watch it with your friends or whatever. What this feels like to me, I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but sometimes there's that friend that's always trying to get you to come over and hang out. And you're like, hey, we're not that close. I'm not necessarily interested in hanging out.
Come November, I'm going to have such an excuse to get out of those. Oh, baby.
And then that friend says to you, you got to come over. We're getting pizza. And you're like, oh, I'm all tied up. I can't get over. And they're like, there's drugs here. Free drugs for everybody who shows up. You're like, yeah.
Free drugs. Free drugs. Free drugs.
I got a whole thing of all the liquors and beers that you could possibly want. And there's going to be a pool party. And there's going to be, burlesque dancers. And you're like, okay, I see. You're really trying to get me to go over your house. But I don't know if it's going to work for the movie theaters to put in this much effort. We'll see if it sends you back. And in fact, they're doing okay. There's movies putting up big numbers like Little Mermaid and some of these other movies.
I mean, I think that there are probably some movie theaters you could look at as a guide for good things to do. And then some of them you should be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't go down this route. Ashley always told me, she always jokes about it because she got a refund from some theater who was having trouble in New York.
Yeah.
And she's got like the pass. She's never in New York. So,
right.
I mean,
this is a while back.
And if we're on vacation there, it's not like we have enough time that we're like, let's go to a movie. But there was a movie theater she would go to there where everybody was in like pods.
Yeah.
And you could have like 2 to 4 people in a pod. So you kind of had your own space. You can't hear other people talking if
I
they
like
are.
that.
I think,
you're like with your group alone.
Yeah, you're with your group. Comfy seats, you're in the pod, and then I think there was also a level of service where, like, you were saying how you get the button to summon a waiter, you put in an order for some stuff. I think they should go, I mean, I know they try to keep cell phone use to a minimum, but if you're in the pod, you might not be able to see it, but they should go like they did during the pandemic where you could just hit up a QR code, tell them what pod you're in.
Right, I'm pod 6.
And then just pay for a bucket of beers on your phone right there, and boom, they bring it to you.
Right. Some folks over on chat saying that the only time they have gone to theaters in the last several years is to see stuff with their kids, and a lot of this doesn't seem to be targeted at kids. It seems to be targeted at the adults that they want to get there. Sushi is not for kids. That's not to bring in little kids. They probably should angle that more because more people can get in there. Lord Farquaad over on Discord says, I like the pod idea that C-Lane's talking about.
I would love to try it out.
I'm so wonder you haven't seen that in more places. I mean, maybe it's only at that place or like just a limited number of places.
They patented the pod?
They could have. I don't know. Let's see here. Before we go to your dispatches, I want to pay off the story where some of your favorite apps may be disappearing very soon.
No.
All right. Now, we might remember when Elon Musk took over Twitter, one of the things he did, and I think they rolled this back a little bit, but one of the things he did was he said, if you want API access to Twitter, it's going to be very expensive. Okay, like
for those who don't know what API access
like
is.
if there's a third-party app that allows you to do Twitter stuff, but it's not Twitter, they have to pull from Twitter's API to bring in information from Twitter into their application. And if these apps are big, Twitter's like pay up to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars, even hundreds of thousands or more.
Gross.
And that was the only time I had heard of anybody going that high on that until now, because as of this week, Reddit has decided to do the same thing.
I did see that.
You see the message
That's
from
surprising.
I use that like Apollo app, which is another way to browse Reddit. I think that's what it's called, or is it Alien something? I don't know.
I just use the Reddit app.
I use the Apollo app, and I thought that they had bought that at some point, but I guess they didn't. And the developer of the app said because he had a conversation with Reddit, they have probably iced out this app so nobody's going to be able to use it anymore. He said, I cut to the chase here. 50 million requests cost about $12,000, a figure far more than I ever could have imagined. Apollo made 7 billion requests last month, which would put it at about $1.7 million per month to run the app, or $20 million a year for them to run that app. That ain't going to work. That's not going to work for these people. And so you're going to see some of these apps start to shut down as more companies increase the cost of the API.
Is it because it's expensive to handle the API?
Maybe.
Or does Reddit think that there's enough interest in keeping the Apollo app open that they're just going to get this cash flow?
They can't be making that much money.
No.
There's just no way. I mean, $20 million a year is a lot of money. And their Reddit only makes like $650 million a year or something.
Chump change.
Of course, that's a lot of money, but like they're expecting other companies to pay $20 million if it's a big app that's using this.
I know they just announced a change at the beginning of May where they limited access to some sort of archive or some sort of server, basically that was kind of hindering the ability of that Undit site.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're browsing Reddit and something was deleted and you go, ooh, I want to know it was deleted.
Yeah, what did this person
I want
say?
the juice. What did they say? Did they delete it? Did a mod delete it? I want to know. You would
Give me to go.
You would replace the word Reddit in the title with Undit, and then it would show you everything.
Right, because they were connecting to.
And then you feel like a coder for a second.
Oh
Yeah,
you feel like
I'm
hacker
hacking.
man.
I'm a hacker.
Mr.
Just like 4chan with a hacker. And I tried to do that with something yesterday, and they were like, by the way, since May 1st, you can't do that with comments anymore.
Damn.
So, like, they've kind of
They're
locked
shutting
all that
things
down.
Yeah, they're trying to get everybody to go to their stuff instead. All right, let's hear from you. Let's see what's on your mind. You can join us on the show at any point. You
So
don't
my
have to-
secret nude photo folder
It's
app
good.
is
It's
All right,
good
cool.
for
Yeah.
now, at least. But you can join us on the show with the Dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com or record one in the News Junkie app. First timers, welcome. Here's Bob Loblaw with the Dispatch. Hello?
The pandemic movie, I'd like to see a Trump movie, actually, which would be funny for all the wrong reasons, both funny and sad. But part of that movie would be the pandemic. And on those 4D theaters, those things are a total waste of money. They're so annoying. They're so gimmicky.
They
getting
are.
blasted in the face with water, then getting blasted with cold air. I hated it. No thanks. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you, Bob Loblaw.
I think I've only seen one movie in the 4DX,
Yeah, it was
whatever.
in like Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
It's usually in a smaller town.
No, it was in Orlando.
Well, was it really?
Yeah, it was Ready Player One.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of makes sense as when you would watch in a different way like
It
that.
seems like one that would lend itself. Like if you 4D Forrest Gump is not getting you anywhere. Like, oh my gosh, it smells like shrimp in here.
When he's running, kicks you in the face with his metal.
Hey, where's this water coming from? You got like old, grimy ass water.
Oh,
You're
it'll definitely
squirting
get
in
you
my
sick if
face.
it's in your mouth.
That's disgusting.
And so we did the Ready Player One thing, and I think like I remember there being like a cutoff button where it was like, all right, if this is a little too shaky and movie for you, you could stop it.
Really? Okay.
But I mean, I think you still had to watch it with the goggles on to get the 3D.
Or watch a movie with some
So you
goggles
could turn
on.
off the 4th D, but the 3D still needs to be there.
Still too many D's.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Flip. Flip says ChatGPT has committed a murder and nobody is talking about it. Oh my. Let's see.
So these days with, the politics and the everything going on is, anti-woke stuff, anti, LGBTQ and all that sort of thing going on. There's a really wholesome show that I think everybody should start watching. I just recently stumbled upon it. Set in the 50s, which is a little bit troublesome nowadays because I feel like that's where all conservatives kind of want to go back to. But the majority of it is set at like this diner and stuff, and really a great show. There's a really cool guy rides a motorcycle.
Yeah,
and
it's
stays
Happy
with the
Days. I
family
get it,
above
sir. It's Happy Days. I get it. The whole chat did this to me through the entire first commercial break. which are shorter today.
All 4 minutes of it.
Yeah, more talk, less commercials today on the show. Most of you will like that. But I get it. I get it, everybody. You're roasting me. That's fair. We'll see if there's more of those. Hopefully not. Here's Sweaty Armpit Guy talking about the movie theater.
What'll really get people going back to the movie theaters is if they make an all-access popcorn bucket. You know, one with a hole in the bottom.
Yeah, good one.
It's going to be one of those days, huh?
We need good dispatches today. This might be good. Here's water bottle vodka teacher. That's always so hard for me to say. Water bottle vodka teacher. And it just says school's out, so this might be party mode.
What up, Junkhound Gang? I tell you, school's supposed to be a safe place. That's the way I think of it anyway. And imagine my surprise when I'm out in the class garden in between periods, like I always do, checking the veggies and herbs with the previous period, and then the period comes in.
What kind of school is this guy teaching at? Hey, did you guys have a class garden at your school?
No, we had the project where you put a seed in a cup.
Yeah,
we had a class pet.
We never had a class garden. That sounds like
pet.
fancy ass school. Sealand had all this stuff. I'm surprised he didn't have a garden at his fancy school with Taco Bell and Pizza Hut.
I wouldn't call it a garden, but I did have to pull weeds for my first detention.
That's just work.
There was something there.
That's just putting you to work there.
Out there, it's really cool. And a girl that's in my class and another girl come up to me and they say, "Hey, where's your truck parked?" I thought that was a strange question. So I said, "Over where the other teachers park in the field." And they're like, "Okay." And then I didn't think anything of it. And then a few minutes later, it hit me. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I know that girl's dad listens to the News Junkie. And, yeah, end of the day, no magnet. So I got a proposal.
Gotcha.
Please let me bring in some veggies and herbs. I'm off now. I got 2 months to do whatever. I'll bring you some veggies and herbs. I need a magnet. I miss my old one with C-Lane with smoking weed. That was my favorite one.
Wait, what?
Happy summer.
Was there a magnet?
It was
probably unofficial.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Is he smoking weed or was he as a genie?
Yeah, I remember seeing that
both.
genie one way back in the day. One more. Here's Divot Sees All.
Sean, I am so glad you're bringing up new shows.
Nice phone.
I went to my last night.
Dino-Vet commercial?
A really great show. It's kind of like a docuseries sort of. It's called The Office.
Yeah, okay. All right. I got it. I'm shutting you down. I'm shutting everybody else down with this. You're just going to bombard me with this today. Okay, when we come back, we'll hear from more of you and probably more of those. And a Florida man wrangled an alligator in front of an elementary school in a pretty stunning scene. And it's something to behold. We'll tell you what the details were. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Today's the day you've been waiting for. It's iHeartRadio Access Day. Get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences all day long. Check out iHeartRadioAccessDay.com for some amazing deals from our partners and keep listening for even more.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day as we are monitoring the potential for some very heavy rain to be making its way across central Florida this afternoon, mainly between 2 and about 9 o'clock tonight. There's also the potential for localized flooding. As for afternoon highs, we're in the mid to upper 80s with overnight lows in the low 70s. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Make quick and easy family meals with the tastiest flavors of Florida. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop and find delicious, refreshing recipes for what's in season at followfreshfromflorida.com.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
That's right. Today's the day. iHeartRadio Access Day is here. That means huge savings from the brands you know and love. That means you can save thousands of dollars on a new AC from Mills Air. That means you could also have access to and possibly win a whole bunch of experiences like Soundcheck with Beck and We Are Phoenix. They'll fly you out to that. Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind and Fire, LL Cool J, Pink, and more. And you're going to miss out if you don't register now at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
You've probably been hearing us talking about it for a while now, but today it's here. It's our iHeartRadio Access Day. Are you ready to experience these one-of-a-kind deals from our partners, all these unique experiences? Very cool. Check out iHeartRadioAccessDay.com right now.
You could experience everything the free iHeartRadio app has to offer with a 1-year subscription to iHeartRadio All Access.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Hi, Darcy the cow here for Black Cow, the mature manure. It's time to start getting your flower and vegetable gardens off to a great start with Black Cow. Prepare new plant beds with a 1.5-inch layer of Black Cow in the area and then mix it in with the soil 6 inches deep. Black Cow is organic. Pick up the bright yellow bag and get growing.
Black Cow, the mature manure. Black Cow.
Picture the next big family memories you want to make together. Are you riding the newest roller coasters, or are you up close and personal with some of the world's most magnificent animals? If the answer is yes, then go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to score up to 50% off tickets to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, the only parks that combine the best theme park thrills with one-of-a-kind animal experiences. Even better, a portion of every ticket goes back to animal rescue and conservation. So go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today only to score up to 50% off tickets. Service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Temu.com, that's Temu.com, is giving you an exclusive opportunity to unlock a $100 spending spree on their app today only on iHeartRadio Access Day. Temu.com is the most downloaded app on the App Store, and this is your chance to get a $100 coupon bundle you can use on millions of items. All you have to do is download the Temu app, enter a promo code, and you'll have $100 you can use to treat yourself to the latest fashion, home goods, or beauty products. Just head over to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today for your promo code. Then get started on your $100 Temu.com shopping spree.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Momentarily, go to thenewsjunkie.com to send yours. Thank you for hanging out with us today.
Good times.
We appreciate you. It's because of you that we can do all of this. And we got some drama to handle here, all right? We got an email in front of me. We need to address this. And I don't like the way this even starts, if I'm honest with you. Right out the gate, this seems to be a bit aggressive. It says, "Hey, Junks," which, you know, I mean, there's a lot of ways.
No, that's a cute little nickname.
To refer to everybody. You could say Sean, Sabrina, and C-Lane. You could say, "Hey, the News Junkie and crew." You could say, "Hey, Junkie," I guess. But "Hey, Junks" is the way this one started. Please keep me anonymous. Thanks. And as always, I will honor that, and I'll keep this person anonymous, despite what follows. First, love the show, but it's been a while since I listened. I caught you guys this week for the first time in a bit. I don't mean any offense to Sean and C-Lane, spelled S-E-A-N. Yours is spelled correctly, C-Lane. But you guys are shoeless hillbillies, is what he says.
Oh, and he's just talking about you two.
Just the two of us. He's shots fired at C-Lane and I, and he calls us shoeless hillbillies. He said, "I've heard you guys many, many times say stuff that shows a lack of knowledge about the rest of the world. In other words, you're missing a lot."
What does that have to do with our shoes?
We're just shoeless hillbillies who aren't clued into what's happening around the globe.
Hillbillies that have shoes are like a little bit above
One
hillbillies
step.
without shoes.
Yeah, it's one step in the hierarchy. You're missing out on a lot. Most Americans are. That leaves you with a distorted perception, in my opinion. You don't want that, do you? You're missing out on a whole lot of really good ass. UK and Aussie entertainment is effing brilliant.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah.
said. Sometimes you have to work for it, though. It's acquired. It takes effort. In other words, it's worth it. I'll give you some entry-level material. I hope you'll check out this. The accents aren't that thick for the most part, and they're effing funny as balls, he says. And he goes into some of these shows you should watch. I always hear about Simon Pegg. Spaced is one of the shows he recommends. Benidorm, I'm not familiar with that at all. Misfits, I don't know. Fleabag, I know of. I've heard of. Not for me.
Fascinating
Extras.
about that Fleabag show is that they have not made a new season.
No.
But in the last, I think, a year, 2 years, and the main character is also the writer, has been making millions of dollars
really?
because of the deal.
Well, from Amazon Prime, which I guess it's on. They said Extras, which has Ricky Gervais,
and the IT Crowd, which I
heard about that.
I've heard about it so much, and I love all the memes from that show that I see, but when I watched the actual show, I couldn't get into it. It wasn't roping me in, so I'm going to have to stay a shoeless hillbilly for now. I'll just fall right into that category. And you're there too, C-Lane, like it or not.
I mean,
you don't have shoes on either.
I wouldn't be surprised. I have flip-flops on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was the person who was texting in yesterday when we were talking about this.
What were they saying?
Called the shoeless hillbilly.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. No, but they were like, oh, you got to give it more chance and blah, blah, blah. And it really, there were things about it. The accents don't bother me as much. And I do love Australian programming. I'm going to give the Australian Office, a shot.
If you can.
What do you mean?
Where do you get that from?
You can find a place.
Yeah, come on.
I haven't seen these shows. Even the shows Sabrina was mentioning, I was like, I don't see these.
I mean, there's a all Spanish adaptation of Breaking Bad that is available on Netflix.
Yeah.
That we talked about when they first kind of released it, how similar it was. But if I can watch it, I'll watch it. But I've tried the UK Office. There's things about it. There's things about the cinematography that I don't love. I feel like UK shows, it might be different now that they have widescreen, but this is old school.
It's like a box.
It was too close to everything. Everything was so in your face.
Yeah, I don't like that either. That'd be weird. I did see something. I don't know if you saw this week, but Mark Cuban, obviously, from Shark Tank and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I just watched him on the Smartless.
Oh, he was
series.
on that, on the podcast thing?
No, the
TV
live
version.
one that
Right.
they have on
Sean will
Max
hear
right
about
now.
it in 2 years.
I will. I'll be totally tuned in then. He tweeted out something, and I was like, buddy, what do you think the response to this is going to be? Mark Cuban tweeted out, got a personal question for everybody watching the Heat versus Celtics game right now. Who is watching on a pirated stream? I'm curious how prevalent it is.
Yeah, okay, Mark.
What? What do you think is going to happen
It's
here?
like giving high schoolers a drug survey. Have you tried illegal drugs?
No. What are you talking about?
No.
I don't go anywhere near that stuff.
Do you enjoy alcohol with your friends?
He said, who is watching on a pirated stream? I'm curious how prevalent it is. Buddy, this is like, you sound like a narc here. You sound like somebody who, the last person you should
Mark
tell.
the narc.
If you're trying to tell somebody, why would you tell anybody? Just watch your pirated stream in privacy and in quietness. And don't answer Mark.
Oh, no,
Cuban.
you know what? He couldn't get it on his rich guy TV. So he's asking that question. Just curious, social experiment. But then when they tell him, he needs a link because he wants to watch the final
because
game.
popcorn time's not up anymore. He needs to know what the news service is.
Did you happen to scroll through the comments and see if there were people that were open about?
All people trolling him for the most part.
Yeah. All right.
Or people saying in Dallas Fort Worth, a lot of people listen that way because that's where he lives. Because a lot of the games are blacked out. And then if you want to buy any of these passes, my God, have they gotten expensive? Like the season pass for football is
Mark Cuban can
insane. Yeah, he's fine. But the rest of the people in the comments probably not.
He told a story on the Smartless live thing that they asked him about when he first became a billionaire, the day he became a billionaire, did he know? And he was like, yeah, I was in my apartment in, I think, New York City or something like that.
Sure.
And he was... he knew what the stock had to get to for him to hit billionaire status, so he was just hitting F5 to refresh his Yahoo stocks page.
Yeah.
You got a little one of those poppers that you celebrate with.
But he was all by himself and is basically just like, I'm a billionaire.
I did it.
I'm moving out.
And now that's gone up quite a bit since then, I would imagine. There's a man who is both a veteran and an MMA fighter who...
Thank you for your service and entertainment.
Ran to the scene when there was a 10-foot alligator at an elementary school. This guy just walks right up to the gator. I would be nowhere near this. I can't play the audio because there's some cursing, even though it's an elementary school.
Here you go, you mother effing gator.
He goes up and just grabs the alligator right by the tail and just starts dragging this thing away from these crowds of people. It's a huge gator, too. And he must know what he's doing because he's got the pole and stuff, whatever those are called, the alligator catcher pole. That wraps around its head.
ACP.
And right out there, he's a ripped dude just jumped on this in front of 200 people who had gathered to watch the alligator.
Okay.
200 people just show up.
Very Florida.
Crowd up, and they're like, look how big this alligator
now
is.
Now someone bang it.
Mike Dragich is the one who grabbed the gator by its tail and was able to secure the thing. And he said, I said it before, I felt like Batman for real. I show up, I walk out, there's a lot of comments say I look like Stone Cold walking up to this alligator.
200 people gather around to watch a wild 10-foot alligator. You'd think he just has a pick, right?
Right.
He's just like
Yes.
easy
It's
lunch.
It's like being the band on the stage, man. You know, it's
Not always.
Whatever you
Not
want on the
always,
buffet. Let's go over to you because lots of people are chiming in on this lovely day, and we want to hear from you with your dispatches. So here is Maine 420 chiming in. All right, here you go.
Monkeys, it's Maine 420 here from Bangor, Maine. Sean, I forgive you and thank you for picking me for Fritz on the Streets. I look
Yes.
forward to the moon magnet and whatever magnet I get from the game show. But
game show sounds big.
please come check out Maine sometime. You'll love it, especially during the fall time.
This guy is trying so hard to get me to go to Maine.
I mean, you've talked a lot of crap about Maine, and I feel bad for
I
the
forgot.
guy.
I forgot because I was like, why does he forgive you? Oh.
The photos that he posts of Maine over on the News Junkie Discord are beautiful. It looks like such a beautiful place. But I don't know about you two. I'm not at a stage in my life where I want to live too far away from stuff. He also talks about how like the internet's not that good,
Okay,
and
but
there's
a
other
visit
problems.
he's talking about, not move.
I
over
would go
there.
for a visit. I would go see Maine. I've never been to Maine, even though I was born in Vermont. I've probably been at one point. I just don't remember it as a kid. But I would go there. I would love to. I would go to any place mostly.
Send us a lobster, and then we'll really consider it. Live broadcast from Maine.
I would go anywhere except, to be clear, Wyoming, which we have to pick a worse state. Wyoming, you're
That's
going to
rude.
lose it. Or Idaho. What happens in Idaho?
Potatoes.
There's nothing going on in Idaho. I'm not going there either. Here's Steinpecker with a dispatch.
What's going on, junkies?
Hey.
Happy Thursday.
You too.
Friday,
the weekend
Saturday,
is
Sunday?
upon us. Speaking of fancy high schools, I don't know if my high school was super fancy or anything. I went to a high school called Astronaut High School in Titusville.
Oh, sounds
We
cool.
did
Been
have
there.
a 2-story cafeteria. I think we had a burger joint. We had a salad bar. We had a taco place. We had a pizza place. I want to say we even had like a smoothie, healthy type food place.
What is going on here?
That school is massive.
Why does it seem like everybody went to a school that was very different from the experience I had or you had, Sabrina, where it's like a theme
Because
park?
we're South Florida kids.
No, you had the fancy experience. You had the fancy experience with the school with all the fun stuff going on.
Our field trips at the end of the year were at a public park.
Mhm.
Yours were at theme parks.
Yes,
that
literally.
people put their life savings in to visit.
Yeah, we would go to like the dollar movie theater for the field trip. We would go to the most
You just
boring
found
places.
out there was a dollar movie theater.
No, I'm sure we went there. We went to the poor people places because we were a poor people school, I guess. And it's just, these schools sound so much fancier than my experience. Good for you, though, I guess. Here is Smackerel with a dispatch.
Hey, what's up, junkies?
Hey.
Sean, I found a really new show I think you'll like.
Oh, come on.
It's about this group of people that are going on like a boat cruise or something. Anyway, they get shipwrecked. And there's like a couple that's a millionaire, and there's like a professor, and there's a movie star, and there's like a little wholesome girl from the Midwest, and of course there's the captain.
I understand
and
where
then
you're
there's,
going.
I guess, his first mate.
All right, I'm going to cut you off there. I understand. Look, folks, it was a new show to me. If you missed this, I brought it up earlier. I said, man, I saw this new show. I can't believe nobody's talking about it. And it turns out it's like in its second season or something. It's been around for a while. Russian Doll is the name of the show. And I like the lead actress so much that I was like, why aren't people talking about this show? And now everybody is trolling me and hitting me with dispatches just like that one from Smackerel. So if you hear more of that, that's why you're hearing that
But
today.
let's get convincing, you guys. I mean, let's rope-a-dope it.
You got to, yeah.
When you start off with, like, I've heard this show, we now know what the joke is.
Uh-huh.
But try the challenge today, moving forward, is to trick Sean.
That's creativity. If you could still sneak one in on me, even though I'm like aware and I got, my radar up for this, that's going to be impressive.
Hear that? Sneak one in him.
You won't be able to do, not like that.
Ow.
Not like that at all. They are trying everything they can to get people to stop smoking around the world. And in the United States, they're flat out trying to ban it in particular states like California. And they're trying to ban certain types of cigarettes, like menthol cigarettes. And in Europe, they have like the packs are just like nightmarish. They're all black. You can't have any advertising on the pack.
I thought they had the, like, dead people, the lungs.
It's got like charred lungs or a person in a hospital bed or some like, doom and gloom thing.
Oh, my friend just got back from Europe and he's a smoker. I wonder if he I wonder if there was at least a couple of them. I wonder if they got any of those blackbacks.
If they bought cigarettes over there, they did, because that's just how it goes. And fewer people smoke in these places, just because everybody's trying to get rid of smoking. And in Canada, now they're doing well. I think some other country did this, because I feel like we might have talked about this previously. But Canada is going to start printing warning labels directly on the cigarettes themselves.
Talk about that, yeah.
I think they did it in Australia, maybe.
Does that not add more chemicals that would kill you?
Would seem like whatever's printed on there can't be great for you, but maybe they don't care.
Yeah, you can smoke this printer ink. Don't worry.
They're trying to get tobacco use in Canada to be less than 5% in the next 12 years. And that's one of the ways they're going to go about doing this. And they're going to put warnings on the individual cigarettes, in case you didn't know already that they were very bad for you. Okay, join us on the show today. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, and you don't have to wait on the phones. As I've said, we'll hear from you directly. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Let's work in one or two of these. We have just a little bit of time here. Again, more show than ever today. Yeah. Just big, fat show for you. As the commercial breaks are going to be much shorter for Access Day here on iHeart. Here's Mindwave talking about school. All right?
School days. Sean, you ought to appreciate this. Went to private schools most of my life. Had a genetic issue that needed some more safety. Went to one of the finest schools in the city we were living in.
Must
it was
nice.
Navy City. A lot of kids. Amazing. The education was awesome. School, however, was in a hospital, former Catholic hospital built in World War I.
Weird.
It was 11 stories high with 2 basements. Sub-basement was closed. The top 4 floors were closed. The crematorium was closed.
Damn.
Everything was closed.
Yeah, there were some places you couldn't and you really didn't want to enter.
They should have kept that crematorium open just to keep the kids in line.
Yeah.
Like, just to keep everything in check. Say, hey,
they would have played with it, not knowing.
Probably. They'll put their friends in there that they bullied. This could have backfired for sure. Okay, join us on the show with the Dispatch, or you can watch the show. Twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie, YouTube.com/thenewsjunkie. When we come back, we have another baby. Wait till you hear what's going on. Big news, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The audio version of a Live, Laugh, Love wall decoration that's been set on fire. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays heading eastbound between US 27 and after State Road 429. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail at South Street. You can expect delays due to an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound after Mills Avenue, exit 11. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
The wait is finally over. Today is the day. It's iHeartRadio Access Day.
We've got incredible, one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences for you all day long.
You could be taking a VIP trip to the city of your choice on Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind & Fire's Sing a Song All Night Long tour. All part of iHeartRadio Access Day.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Well, my buddy and I left early that morning. No different than any other time we've been fishing together. Loaded our gear and headed out to our favorite spot. Sky was getting dark, but we were just catching so many fish. Yeah, now, we had life jackets on board, but we could swim, so we never wore them. Then the wind and the waves picked up. We started taking on water. Engine quit. In a split second, we were in the water. I lost my best friend that day. It's National Safe Boating Week. Good time to start wearing your life jacket every second you're on the water. Visit myfwc.com.
Do you have shoeboxes full of photos? Today only, iHeartRadio Access Day listeners get VIP access to the new Photo Legacy Box. Get your family's photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box. Visit iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Get $15 off any Valvoline instant oil change. Log on to AccessDay.com today.
GiveMeTheVin.com now has 40 offices around the U.S. 40. We did $2 billion in buys last year, $2 billion with a B, because we pay the most, we're easy to deal with, and we take care of you, the customer. That's why we have 4 stars, the highest rankings of any car buyer. GiveMeTheVin.com dominates. Why? Because we take care of our customers. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
It's big. Our iHeartRadio Access Day, we call it that because it's access to great stuff, access to deals you can't beat, and some really cool experiences, too.
You could be joining Ryan Seacrest for a VIP experience at our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas, including tickets for both nights, all part of iHeartRadio Access Day.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
To spend so much more time together today. We didn't have enough time to go to the bathroom during the breaks on Access Day.
I did.
Oh, you can pull it off still?
Yeah. Even though I was late for one of them.
I don't have enough time to do it, I don't think. This is the day where there's all kinds of special
deals. You don't even
deals.
go to the bathroom during breaks anyway.
I do sometimes, but it's an emergency.
Oh.
I've been in an emergency situation sitting here talking and going... and like, bubbling up and stuff. And I almost just run out of the studio and left you two by your lonesome.
Would have been weird.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I somehow muscled through with the last bit of control I had. Yeah, I was trying my best. Have you been in that situation as an adult, honestly? Where you're like, oh my God, I actually have an emergency here?
Yes.
Yeah, not on the show. It was, but like I remember going on my way to class in college. And it was like in Fort Myers, so it was a long road.
Right.
And halfway through, I'm like, okay, I'm going to email my teacher after I'm done with what I have to go back at home for.
That's exactly how it happened to be, a long drive where you're in the car and all of a sudden you're like, oh my
God.
Happening.
It's happening. It already happened.
This is really, really bad. And what are you going to do? Like, you pull off to the side of the road?
Absolutely not.
That's going to be a disaster right there. And then, God forbid, somebody sees you, takes a photo of you.
In an emergency like that, it's not like you will have a proper bowel movement for a grass area.
No.
You need multiple wipes.
No. Or let's move to this big baby news. I'm
sorry, this next story had nothing to do with that?
No. I was just talking about how the breaks were so short for Access Day.
Oh, my bad.
We probably aren't even able to do that. It makes it much more difficult for us today. And people get to spend a lot more time with us here on Access Day. You might say they get more access to us. But tomorrow, as C-Lane said, 0 access. We're shutting down all of the access tomorrow.
We already blew it today.
We do have a new baby, though, and this is so interesting to see this happen again. I wonder what the background on this was. They say Tennessee's first safe haven baby box was used for the first time since its installation last week. Within a week, they caught one. And the one that we had heard about was in the state of Florida. And I don't remember how long they said it was around for, but they said it was the first baby that anybody had dropped off at this thing.
At that box.
Yeah, at that baby box. And it doesn't happen that much that people drop them off.
But I got to say, making an entire news story about it doesn't really seem very appealing for anyone who might want to leave a baby in a box.
I think it's really, really good. And they do keep you confidential when you do this.
I don't know, because this one's only been out there for a week.
Yeah.
And There had to have been a story about that.
Yeah.
Because then it seems as though somebody went, oh,
I know.
All right, good. Good.
I look at this, I think, totally differently, maybe than both of you do. I think we should have everybody in the world aware that this exists, and I think it should be in place everywhere.
The fire station.
Yeah, at the fire station is where this was at, where one of these baby drop-off boxes.
Most fire stations, where there's a box or not.
I know, but people don't want to physically go up and interact.
Talk to people.
They don't want to be shamed for this situation. And to me, that's a baby that's in danger. That's a person who, if they don't have that outlet to do it, then something horrible could happen to the baby.
Well, you saw that story. I guess it's a couple weeks old now, but that 19-year-old who went to the hospital for stomach pains.
No, I don't think I saw this.
Yeah, she was pregnant and went to the bathroom.
Yeah,
had the baby.
Oh, I did see the
Put it
video.
in the trash.
Yes,
and then they have the footage of the doctor like, you know what you did, and here's a cop now to arrest you, charged with murder.
Yeah, and her mom was in the room, right?
Yeah,
I think.
freaking out.
Yeah. It was really intense. And when you have situations like that, if there's a baby box, hell, I mean, I think that could be a deterrent to some of this stuff. I had a friend, and we've mentioned this before on the show, but for those of you who are new, when I was in West Palm Beach working for iHeart, where we are still on right now to this day. We love our friends down there in West Palm Beach.
Love West Palm Beach.
We think you're just the absolute bee's knees down there on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. And when I was working down there was somebody who I worked with. I'm not going to say their name. Not important, whatever. All of a sudden, she didn't show up at work. And like a couple days go by, she's not at work. I was like, did she get fired? And like a week went by, and it's like, oh my God, still not here. What happened? And there's like murmurs about something going on. But then you find out.
You guys didn't have Google yet?
No. There wasn't any news about her or anything, but they found out that she had no idea, according to her, she had no idea that she was pregnant, felt something happening, and went to the hospital and delivered a baby. Like, didn't expect there was any chance whatsoever she would be pregnant. And then all of a sudden, she's at the hospital. Next thing you know, she's got a baby. And I go, whew. That's a way to speed run that situation and not be prepared for it in the slightest afterwards.
Don't even have diapers.
I was like so amazed by that, but it was absolutely true. She said she had no idea, even though you might say, well, she didn't get her period or whatever. She said she had no clue, and then all of a sudden you got a baby out of nowhere, and they caught a baby in this baby box in Tennessee. So that's serving its purpose, it would seem. Before we hear from you, and lots of people are chiming in on this lovely fine day. There is more heat aimed at Chick-fil-A. They'll never survive this. The company is going to be crippled by the boycott that is aimed in their direction. There are no signs that anybody's actually boycotting Chick-fil-A, but people certainly like to talk about it.
I've canceled my boycott because they refunded me for the wrap that I never got yesterday.
Okay, you know what they should be boycotted over? Courtney was telling me about that wrap this morning. That wrap is, I think it's like a cold item. It's like $10 through DoorDash. I was like, holy cow, man. I don't know. Maybe all this inflation stuff is just hitting me at once here.
It really is.
I thought that was way expensive.
Did you just start paying attention to what things cost?
I just heard about
Those,
it.
I think, things in general. First, the Russian dolls, and now you're like,
hey,
a bag of chips is
I'm
$3.
very with it.
Back in my day.
These are two very, very infrequent things that just so happen to happen very close in succession.
Pork rinds are $2 now.
Really? This world is just not fair. Over at Chick-fil-A, a 3-year-old video has surfaced showing the son of founder S. Truett Cathy, Dan Cathy. He was a Chick-fil-A boss a while back. And in this video, I guess he's like shining a black guy's shoes. And they just did not like this. This is a new reason to be upset. A 3-year-old video is certainly what you should be angry about. Here's how the video went. All right, I'm going to play this so you can hear what's going on.
A story that was shared with me by a dear friend who shared with me about a revival that was taking place at a church in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And at that revival, on the front seat was an older African-American man.
Well, okay.
That was
gotta work
sitting
on
there.
that.
And this young man got up that was there in that service, and he'd been so gripped with conviction about the racism that was in that local community in a small town in Texas that he took a shoe brush.
Okay.
And he walked over to this elderly gentleman, and he knelt on his knees and began to shine his shoes.
My God.
And tears began to flow in that service. It was an attitude of conviction. So I invite folks to to put some words to action here.
Oh, God, he's going over to the black guy with the shoe shiner. He's going to do it here on some YouTube Passion City thing stream.
And if we need to find somebody that needs to have their shoe shine, we need to just go right on over and shine their shoes.
All right. So is the presentation a little cringe? Sure. But what the hell do you care about this? And the message is a good one. The message is like a nice one.
It's also like very similar to the religious message where like Jesus went through and was like washing the feet.
Right. And
of people.
he's saying in whatever city that this was done, there was like some bad racial stuff happening at the time.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most wholesome things I saw was Mr. Rogers. Remember when that whole docuseries came out about it? It was
with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, with Tom Hanks. And
Biopic.
it was really, really good. People really liked that and enjoyed Mr. Rogers. And there was a lot of racial differences at the time and racial strife. And he had an episode of Mr. Rogers where the mailman, who was a black guy, came over and they got in like a little pool together. And he like washed the mailman's feet a little bit. And it was supposed to show people like, hey, everybody is the same. We don't need to be different. And at the time there were fights at pools, public pools and stuff. And all of this stuff was going down in that circumstance or in with that up in the milieu. And it's not a big deal. I don't know why anybody would think it was. It's a 3-year-old video, for God's sake. But they're hell-bent on going after Chick-fil-A. And if you shut down my access to chicken sandwiches, I will come after each and every one of you. I tell you that in all truth. Here we go.
Go to Popeyes.
Popeyes chicken sandwich, does that still hold up? Are they even doing that anymore over there?
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah, because that was like so explosively popular. And then, completely and totally disappeared. Here is Sith Lord Seth with a dispatch. Let's see what they say.
The News Junkie is by far the best show on iHeartMedia, on 104.1.
Thank you.
The host is great. C-Lane and Sabrina are awesome.
Where's he going
The
here?
host.
Where's he headed here? Because this is not just going to be a compliment.
Fritz on the street for next week.
It might be. It might be the earliest
Are we a
Fritz on
brand
the
new
street.
show? Have you discovered?
Maybe. You know what? It could be that.
The news. They make you laugh. I mean, they just make your day so much better. Sean, you should check it out. I think it's right up your alley.
Okay. All right.
That was good.
Yeah, not bad. Certainly compared to some of the rest. Here's Mo Manju, the realtor.
Hey, Junks. I hope you guys are doing well. I just wanted to dispatch in and call you guys Junks. That sounds like a nickname.
No,
Thanks,
please. I don't want that to stick. Let's just move on, all right? We don't need to talk about it.
I go, did he just call us junks? He goes, I just wanted to call you junks. I go, all right.
That's all he was here for today. Here is Barista Brittany chiming in.
Hey guys, I was listening to the podcast from Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys brought up Randy Pitchford, who is the one of the people at Gearbox, and C-Lane was like, "Why does that sound familiar?" Probably sounds familiar because they're the ones behind Duke Nukem, but also Borderlands, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, a bunch of other
Duke
Games.
Nukem.
I think they also did like a 007 game, so that might be where you know them from. But yeah, it's really cool seeing, hearing one of my favorite video game people in your guys' show. Anyways, have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, Barista Brittany. The Duke Nukem game was so big for a while. And then they waited like 8 billion years.
Shake it, baby.
Before the second one. It was one of the first games that I remember being like edgy. And like there was like all kinds of jokes that were inappropriate and stuff for the little kids that were playing this game. I remember that very, very vividly. One more here, and it's going to be Rhino Love with a dispatch.
This whole movie, trying to get everybody back to the movies thing, and then bringing in couches, bringing in comfortable things, all the drinks, all the fun. Why don't you just stay home if you can just have your own beers and your own couch and your own pod and your own craziness and a little more? Yeah, I don't get it.
Talking about sex stuff?
Yeah, I think she might have
The way she said, and a little more.
You're like, look, you never know how that movie's going to go down. You get a little excited watching the movie, and you're at home already, and you could do whatever you want.
Right.
If you're interested.
I mean, I don't know. I think there's probably something there. You could say that about a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You have food and this and that, and Why not just do it at home?
Yeah.
There's something to be said about having somebody cook the food for you. Having to, not having to clean up at some point.
Yeah, just getting out and having an experience in general, I think. There's lots of people who still like to go to the movie theater. I'm not going back just yet because stuff comes out real early, and I like to watch it on my TV here. I enjoy it that way.
It's big enough.
Yeah, it's working out for me now. I actually did see the other day. You guys will make so much fun of me if I did this. The TV that I have in the living room is like 86 inches or something. And at the time, it was one of the biggest ones you could buy. And they just released one that's like 100 and something inches. And I was like,
I call it Sean's TV.
I was like,
I call it mine.
I was like, I want the 100 and something inch television. That's better in every way. Just pop that thing up there.
Big.
It's real big. It is. But
it gets to the point, like, that would be great if you are not as close as you would be.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, it gets like you're doing more exercise for your eyes to try to get the whole picture.
Yeah, but in the room, my living room, if there was a small TV in there, it would look weird. It would be real strange.
Do you think bigger than
That's
that?
because you have such a big TV.
I think bigger than that is going to look a little ridiculous, but I'm here for it.
All right.
I'm kind of excited about it.
I saw, I don't know if it was over 100 inches, but if not, it was close.
Mm-hmm.
One on the other day, and it was like the 85-inch one, which is the same size as yours, was like $1,100.
Yeah.
Something like that. The 97 or maybe 110 or whatever it was, $5,000.
Yeah, that's what they're doing right now.
God!
Because they're like, people are going to want to upgrade, so let's not make this cheap at all. Okay, what do you think about what's going on in the world and what you're hearing on this show today? Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we returned, somebody just tried to go to a baseball game. That's all they wanted to do. They were big sports fans, like the three of us. We're major sports fans around here.
Huge.
And this guy did not have a good day at the ballpark. What happened? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The wait is finally over. Today is iHeartRadio Access Day. Incredible one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences for you all day long. Head over to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to check out some of the great specials from our partners and stay tuned for more.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns on I-4 heading eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535 and congestion on I-4 westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail at South Street. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike this afternoon, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
I'm back, and look at all the Fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown Fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
At Fifth Third Bank, we give you free checking, never have hidden fees, and help protect your identity.
Wow, really?
Yep. See, our name equals 166.7%. So we put in that much effort.
Well, my name's Jim, so I guess I'm headed to the gym, and I'm gonna put in 166.7% effort too.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
Good news, today is iHeartRadio Access Day. Get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences all day long.
You could be joining Colin Cowherd in L.A. to experience a live broadcast of The Herd with Colin Cowherd. You could even hop in his chair to take a pic. All part of iHeartRadio Access Day.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Be sure to stay tuned for more throughout the day.
Do you have shoeboxes full of photos? Today only, iHeartRadio Access Day listeners get VIP access to the new Photo Legacy Box. Get your family's photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box. Visit iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Get $15 off any Valvoline instant oil change. Log on to AccessDay.com today.
Summer's almost here. Time to get swimsuit ready for the pool parties and beach vacations. And for the confidence to look your very best, get RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. RM3 works on your belly, hips, and thighs, attacking unhealthy fat and reshaping your body, all while helping you lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. There's simply no faster way to get swimsuit ready than with RM3. It's safe and effective for men and women, and it's all natural, so it won't make you nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. So trust the experts at Red Mountain Weight Loss for programs that are doctor supervised and highly successful. Lose weight and look great just in time for summer with RM3. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Picture the next big family memories you want to make together. Are you riding the newest roller coasters, or are you up close and personal with some of the world's most magnificent animals? If the answer is yes, then go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to score up to 50% off tickets to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, the only parks that combine the best theme park thrills with one-of-a-kind animal experiences. Even better, a portion of every ticket goes back to animal rescue and conservation. So go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today only to score up to 50% off tickets. Service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Oh, we see ya. Looking for more access, right? We want you to win 1 year of iHeartRadio All Access at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com and experience your iHeartRadio app like never before. Hear absolutely any song on demand. Unlimited skips. Listen to your favorite radio station with 0 commercials. And enjoy full albums from any artist with a single tap. Ultimate access to the iHeartRadio app. Win it now, plus so much more at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
For hanging out with us on Access Day. We got to talk a lot on Access Day.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talking going on.
My wife was like, so I still can't win anything, right? And I was like, still can't.
Yeah, she wants those prizes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
God, that I've never
she was very, very disappointed. I think I started to tell you this. I don't remember. She was very disappointed because we got a piece of mail from the Nielsen company asking us to be panelists for...
And she wanted the power of being on the panel?
For the television side.
Yeah.
And she can't do it?
No.
We can't, no.
Even with TV?
No.
No.
That stinks.
It's not allowed. And so, she thought about divorce.
Yeah.
Because there's power with that. You're like, I'm going to save all my shows.
I think she thought, like Peter Griffin style, like she was going to control television.
If Courtney did that, she has some show that she loves that she started watching it way after it was on. And then it got canceled at some point. So it doesn't have like the ending that she was looking for. She didn't get that, the satisfaction of like getting the whole wrapped up story. And she would go watch that 9 million times if she could somehow give that credit to try to revive. She's like, I'm signing the petition. Like, I don't know. Those don't always work. It's not always a successful thing for you when you try that out. But there is a lot of people who are in the baseball mood right now.
All right.
That's baseball time out there. Celia, you still watching the Cubs?
Oh, hardly ever.
You were a big Cubs fan for one season.
I lived in a Cubs household.
And you haven't watched a single game this season?
Not this season. I catch them every once in a while.
I see it on TVs when I'm at someplace. I don't hate it. It's a little slow still. But this is a bad experience right here.
Oh.
They said a man is suing the Los Angeles Angels nearly a year after being hit in the face with a ball during a game in Anaheim. The 55-year-old, oh, God, they got a background for this guy, attended the June 22nd game at Angel Stadium with his friends in an effort to take his mind off recent personal tragedies. His father, a Holocaust survivor, had just died, and he was diagnosed with brain cancer.
Wow.
So that's what's going on.
So let's go to a baseball game, get hit in the face.
They want to put that in here to add to whatever the damages would be for this guy because he was hanging out, and one of the balls cracked this guy right in the face. There's not really any great photos of it. One of the photos that they show is just like his eye, and they blurred out his eye. You can just see a big blur, like a sensor spot over the eyeball. If you want to take a look at this, C-Lane, this is what they show of this guy. I do see.
I mean, it's probably really messed up.
I do see there's like something here, like there's some like mark on his nose.
Is he blind?
Let's see what they say in the story. After Juan Lagares, then an Angels outfielder, caught the third out at the top of the sixth inning, the Gold Glove winner randomly hurled the ball into the stands at a high velocity. That means he threw the ball up to the fans so somebody could get the souvenir. And it said it struck him on the left side of his face and his eye. The plaintiff, who was sitting in the outfield bleachers, had looked down for a moment to eat some peanuts and had no reasonable expectation to be on guard for a baseball careening toward him at high speed. Buddy, come on. You're at a baseball stadium. When you're at a baseball stadium, you know what's going on. Even after all the players are out on the field and they're switching sides or whatever, the other team goes up to bat, you still got to look around and make sure you're all right. I think this guy just wanted to sue, but he says he's got some bad stuff. Severe keratoconus, a vision disorder in his right eye, and he said he suffers from a stabbing pain in his left eye, which waters constantly. So he is suing the Los Angeles Angels, trying to get some money out of them. Don't know if he's going to be successful, actually.
I mean, it hurts, though. It does hurt. I've never been hit. Well, I guess when I was playing recreational, I have been hit by a ball. But I got hit by the professional soccer ball a couple years ago. And
in the back, right?
Yeah, right between like my shoulder blades, and it still has lasting effects on me. And since then,
that sounds like workman's comp.
Could have filed them.
Yeah, no, well, it's too late for that. And I love my job over there, but I have PTSD from it, so I will be doing live shots on the field, and then I just see one in my periph, and on the jumbotron, you could see me have a flashback.
Oh, you got to be even more aware because you're not in the stands. You're like right in the danger zone when that's happening, and those balls are going fast as hell. When you're at a hockey arena, when you're at a baseball game, when you're at any of these things, you just have to constantly be aware that there could be baseballs flying around. It's just the way it goes. And I'm pretty sure, we can run this by our friend Mo DeWitt, but I'm pretty sure like on the tickets or something, there's something that says, look, there's potential dangers attending a game like this. They know what they're doing. They cover their asses for this kind of stuff for sure. All right, let's check in with a couple people here and see what's on your mind. You could send us a dispatch by going to thenewsjunkie.com or download the app. Search for The News Junkie in the App Store. Synth Solution has something to say. Hang on, I think I muted it. My bad. Here we go. Here is
Unmute.
Synth Solution for
Thursday. I got a great idea for how movie theaters can get more people. It's a novel concept. Stop charging an ungodly fortune for everything.
It is expensive.
It might work.
Yeah, it is a little pricey. Though some of those places I think are getting better at that. They're offering more stuff, you know, like a little more fancy stuff.
A lot of them have their own version of a movie pass.
Oh, do they? Like just for the theater chain that it is? Like Cobb Theaters would have like some pass just for their place. There's a bit of a mistake that has happened here, and parents are a little bit upset about this. I'm going to need some help here because I don't know what this means. I don't know what they're talking about. I think it is the graduation hat that you wear when you're graduating high school. What is that called?
Cap.
The cap.
That's not it then. What is a stole?
Is it the tassel or the maybe
for
people that have
STOLE?
People that have honors, they have sometimes like a scarf.
Oh, that would be even worse if that's the case.
A woman's long scarf or shawl
Yeah.
Especially of fur or similar material worn loosely over the shoulders.
Okay, so like when you're wearing your graduation thing and then you have like something additional on it to signify that you've done extra stuff.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
I didn't either, no. Parents and students of a South suburban high school are upset after the school distributed more than 600 graduation stoles to seniors. Right on it, in very big letters, the word graduate. Unfortunately, it said graduate. Instead of graduate, it said gradutate, the misspelling. They said they could have checked this before the ceremony because they made 600 plus of these things. They said they never checked the stoles beforehand. They're trying to make amends by photoshopping the misspelled word in graduation photos.
That's a lot of Photoshopping.
That's a lot of work for some. Maybe the AI that they have in Photoshop is able to handle that now. I'm not sure if that's something that they can do or if they're not able to do that, but we shall see. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Well, Sean, I'll tell ya what's coming up on the next episode. Taylor Swift fans reportedly be like, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's, wait, what happened? It's here, it's there, it's every effing where. It's the F word, that is, and its frequent use has critics calling it effing beautiful. And just like that, Samantha is back. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Today's the day you've been waiting for. It's iHeartRadio Access Day. Get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences all day long. Check out iHeartRadioAccessDay.com for some amazing deals from our partners and keep listening for even more.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day as we are monitoring the potential for some very heavy rain to be making its way across central Florida this afternoon, mainly between 2 and about 9 o'clock tonight. There's also the potential for localized flooding. As for afternoon highs, we're in the mid to upper 80s with overnight lows in the low 70s. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Today's the day you've been waiting for. It's iHeartRadio Access Day. So get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals, unique experiences all day long.
You could be the very first to win your way to our 2024 iHeartRadio Alter Ego in Los Angeles before the lineup is even announced. All part of iHeartRadio Access Day.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Check out iHeartRadioAccessDay.com right now and stay tuned for more.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to save on your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change. iHeart listeners get $15 off any premium oil change or 20% off select preventative maintenance services. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. Select your location. Click on Valvoline Instant Oil Change to claim your deal today. No appointment needed. Drive in, stay in the comfort of your car, and get a quality Valvoline oil change in about 15 minutes. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com and claim your deal today.
Temu.com, that's Temu.com, is giving you an exclusive opportunity to unlock a $100 spending spree on their app today only on iHeartRadio Access Day. Temu.com is the most downloaded app on the App Store, and this is your chance to get a $100 coupon bundle you can use on millions of items. All you have to do is download the Temu app, enter a promo code, and you'll have $100 you can use to treat yourself to the latest fashion, home goods, or beauty products. Just head over to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today for your promo code. Then get started on your $100 Temu.com shopping spree.
Summer at Racetrack. The sun's out and savings are in. We've got the deals to keep you deal-lighted all summer long. Stop in and buy any 20-ounce bottle of soda and sip on another for only $1. But the party doesn't stop there. Snag one slice of pizza and get another for only $1. More soda and more pizza. Saving money never tasted so good. Now that's how you make summer delightful. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going. Restrictions apply. Limited time only while supplies last. See store for details.
Make quick and easy family meals with the tastiest flavors of Florida. Look for the sunny, fresh from Florida logo where you shop and find delicious, refreshing recipes for what's in season at followfreshfromflorida.com.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Tobacco-Free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone, free online resources, and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
You know it's time, no more cigarettes and you'll be fine. A full commitment to quit is the plan. Time to get the back of your head. It's the perfect time for you to quit and say, I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving you up. I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke. I'll never come, never come back to smoke. I'll never come back. I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving you up. I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke. I'll never come, never come back to smoke. Never coming back.
The singing, are we 100% on that, or you're not going to use it? Good. You know, maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
The next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And I got something I got to get off my chest here, okay? I got to put this out there because I feel like I'm the only one that is annoyed as much as I am about this. But I've seen some changes happening out there in the world, okay? And one is everybody's now trying to figure out what the hell.
I see no changes.
Don't start with the
All I
tip-on.
see
Please.
Racist faces.
In this case, we got the app that's now called Max. All right, was HBO Max. Then there was an HBO Now. Then I don't know. It's hard to follow all of this.
HBO Go.
They have a thing when you're like switching over to the new Max, where you might have to do one of those tests, you know, like where they give you something to confirm that you're a human being.
Yeah, capture.
They're getting more and more and more annoying. You know, it started with just like click the box, and that one's fine. I don't care. Prove you're a human, click the box. You look at my search history and
find all the
fine.
street lights.
Yeah, that one I'm okay with too. It's even though sometimes you're like, does this count as a street light?
The one I found to be most challenging often was the squiggly
scribble?
letters.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that a capital? Do I have to do all caps? And
I've
then,
done that so many
is
times.
that a J or a 4?
Yeah.
Sometimes
you got to hit the audio on them sometimes so you can hear them say it.
I don't mind the ones where it's like they show you one picture and it's like click every square where there's a bicycle in it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they say click every square. There are a bunch of pictures. Click every one that has a bicycle in the picture. And they go away, and more come up.
Yeah.
And it's like whack-a-mole.
They make you keep doing it until there's no more to find.
So stupid.
And on HBO Max, they're using one of these CAPTCHA type things, and it's the worst one I've ever seen in my life. Excuse me, on Max. I should say it the right way. On Max now.
Wow.
They're using one of these CAPTCHA things. It's the most annoying one I've ever seen. And it gives you like a number on the left side, I think. And then on the right side, there's dice on there, and the dice aren't like flat.
Oh, I saw that TikTok.
Do you see the thing I'm talking
Yeah.
about? And like the dice aren't like flat. And the guy who made this TikTok about this is like, how am I supposed to figure this out? How am I supposed to solve this to prove that I'm a human so that I can get access to the account that I pay for?
It's very challenging. And then the other one that they had was the audio, where you got 3 options, and they said pick the one that has the actual rhythm to it.
Right.
And it was some of the most bizarre audio I've ever heard in my life.
Like
I didn't have to do a
bagpipes.
single captcha to get into Max.
All kinds of
Neither
stuff.
did I.
The
I
one
just signed in.
The one that they use if you do have to do that is one of the most ridiculous ones I've seen in my entire life. And when I see that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh my God. Though that is on the top of my currently annoyed about list, and just how bad websites have gotten. Just how bad it is when you're surfing around and the newsletter thing pops up, and then I'm on websites now where if I go toward the X on the tab, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey.
Have you ever seen that? Like a thing pops up, it's like, whoa, whoa, slow down. And you got to hit.
Like Neo from The Matrix. Like, whoa,
What?
Can't X me.
Trying to stop me at the last moment from getting off the website. There's so much of this, even with all the ad blockers and stuff. It feels like the web has never been more tough to navigate with all these stupid things on these websites. All right, let's get down into it. And by the way, if you miss any of the show today, all you have to do to get the podcast is go to thenewsjunkie.com, and you'll see all the links right there ready to go for you, iHeart, or wherever you listen to the show. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'm a stripper, and I also love spreadsheets.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, yeah. Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. Cool fade. Cool fades.
He's doing things over there.
And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, so much more, start the process today with someone who has your best interest in mind. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. It was 85 years ago today, 1938. Sean, you remember.
I was not
that
alive.
Old. This appeared in the first issue of Action Comics.
Superman.
Batman.
Superman is right.
Yeah.
And in 2014, a copy of this 85-year-old, I mean, at the time it was less than that, I'm not doing the math, but over 70-year-old sold for how much money? The highest price ever paid for a comic book, Superman, first issue, Action Comics.
Man, that's a big one. It's definitely over $1 million.
Yes.
I'll
give you that clue and that clue only.
$5.8 million.
That's a guess.
$5.7 million.
$3.2 million.
Yeah, baby. It's not fair when we do it that way.
But I guess it's not as expensive as T-Lane and Sean thought it might be.
That's still expensive for
Inflation.
a comic book.
I don't know the exact bill, but someone has some legal expenses headed their way. Danny Masterson is found guilty.
That's right.
From that 70s show, and I think he will be in his 70s before he can do another show.
Now this
Am
was
I right?
this was the retrial, right?
Yeah.
Like because there was an earlier one, and I guess they ended up just starting over.
He was found guilty of forcible rape against two women. The jury deadlocked on a third count, and he's facing 30 years to life in prison. He was accused of raping three women at his LA home between 2001 and 2003 when he was starring on that 70s show. He has, of course, denied all the charges. He was first tried last year, but the jury deadlocked on all three counts, and this time they just deadlocked on one.
Right.
Now, on the other hand, LA District Attorney announced that Armie Hammer, the one who has a fantasy about eating people,
Yes.
he will not be charged with sexual assault due to insufficient evidence after investigating the case for more than 2 years. Basically, I guess they were not able to prove that anything had happened between him and his accuser. It was non-consensual. He issued a statement saying, "I look forward to beginning what will be a long, difficult process of putting my life back together now that my name is cleared. Also, your skin looks delicious."
Wasn't it at some point in time the case that he was like doing sales for a hotel in the Bahamas or
like
something?
timeshare or something?
Yeah,
Or Hawaii.
Yeah, he had like disappeared and went off the radar, and he was working at this place, and I guess now he's trying to build it back together.
And that was also around the same time of Ezra Miller's stuff, and I saw some headline that they're going to bring him back for the next
Did
movie,
they?
despite his BS.
I didn't know what they had said about that. I was just interested in this go around. And I think people kind of overestimated what impact this will have. If the trailer looks good, I guess people like that character. I don't know much about it.
The Flash?
Yeah, but if the Flash is like something that catches people's attention, then I don't think people are going to be like, nope, he's personally not a great guy, and he's involved with some weird stuff. I think they just watch the damn movie.
I don't know if you guys are interested in this movie, but I just want to be very clear. Don't effing tell Harrison Ford what to effing do.
Okay.
Almost a direct quote, but I guess during the filming of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny rotary phone, like you used to use, Sean.
Yeah, I used them once, but at my grandparents' house. They didn't have those when I was young, but my grandparents still have one because they were old.
Well, I guess he got upset, not Sean, but Harrison Ford, during one scene when the stuntmen tried to help him get off the horse, and he said, and I quote, "I thought, what the like I was being attacked by gropers. I said, leave me the alone. I'm an old man getting off a horse, and I want it to look like that."
I mean, come on.
He's a little grumpy.
If he falls off the horse, then he's going to be like, why didn't anybody help me off the horse? He's going to sue the hell out of everybody.
Also, while we're here giving rules about Harrison Ford, don't ever ask him who would win in a fight between Indiana Jones and Han Solo. People do that all the time, and he hates it.
Noted.
His response, and I quote again, "I don't want to make up like that. I mean, what are you asking that for?"
Is this guy getting a little bit ornery in his older years here? He's like,
or people are just using the F word a lot more.
He seems a little angry.
So in shows like Ted Lasso, rest in peace, Succession, rest in peace, a curse word was a beautiful, powerful sound, according to an article off of Yahoo that dives into what also The Ringer did. And they've decided to count all the times the F word was used, because now that you pay for these services like HBO, Max.
Yep, it's Max
Dump
now.
that.
Watch yourself.
Dump that.
They will send paratroopers after you.
But I guess many of these shows have taught us American politicians, British football players, Russian employees, kitchen crews struggling in Chicago restaurants. They curse a lot. But these characters not just curse. They have one word, and their favorite word is the F word. Now, the word was used so many times in Succession that a version of it was essentially a catchphrase for the patriarch Logan. They used it a whole bunch. You watched Succession.
I watched the first 2
I haven't watched a lick of it.
And I liked it a little bit, but it was too slow for Courtney.
They said ahead of the show's final season, The Ringer crunched the numbers to see, among other things, which character uses it the most, and that was by far Roman.
It was Roman is the one that's played by what's his name? The Home Alone
Macaulay
kid. Macaulay
Culkin's
Culkin's brother. Kieran Culkin. Kieran Culkin is who it is.
And as far as the amount that Succession used in total, 2,071
Jesus.
times throughout 3 seasons. No episode had fewer than 40 uses of the F word.
And here we are, not even allowed to do it once. Not
Why
even
not?
one single time. And on Succession, they're doing it thousands of times.
I can't even. Highlights. Don't rely on Sir Talkie O. F. Chester. It's a Sully effing Bration. Bro, he is a effing Brontosaurus. And then F-U-2, you piece of effing fool's gold, effing silver spoon, effing.
A lot of F words.
Yeah.
A lot of F
So
words.
good for them. That'll be us one of these days.
Hopefully.
How much is my time?
You got time. Yeah, you're good. You
for
got
days.
plenty of time.
Cool.
Remember? It's Access Day.
That's right.
All access.
No, it's Access Day.
Access to more next episode.
Yeah.
I thought, but it's called All Access
No.
Day. Just Access
Yeah,
Day.
just Access Day. I thought it was that too, and then Sue-Lane
We can't say that.
corrected me.
We can't say the all. It's effing Access Day. But we can't access Ted Lasso anymore because Jason Sudeikis says that Ted Lasso story is done.
That's smart of him, I think.
Yeah, but it
blew
hasn't
up.
officially been announced on Apple TV, which makes it very confusing for the fans of Ted Lasso.
I feel like it's been announced everywhere
No,
but
but
Apple
if
TV.
But they're calling it season finale.
I know. I said
They
that
must be
days
doing that
ago.
on purpose, though.
Now, I didn't watch the last episode. I assume that you did,
Yeah.
Christopher. Is it
Was it good?
ending? Does it end? Or are they doing some
Is
teasers
there,
with Nate?
without saying anything that spoils anything,
Please.
is there a resolution?
Sure, I think.
Helpful.
What was there to resolve?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of the last season. I don't know what's going on in the storyline.
What's not resolved is that Jason says there are opportunities now for spin-offs.
Mm-hmm.
And hope you're sitting down. A book.
Ooh.
Or a podcast.
Oh, the Ted Lasso podcast.
Yes, that'll be amongst the millions of podcasts you can listen to on iHeartRadio for free, right there in the palm of your hand, all day, all night, access day. Channing Tatum.
You got to put a little space between them.
He is also giving some very bad news for horny moms and gay dads everywhere.
All right.
Or single gals like me. But he's done with Magic Mike.
Oh, these things have both run their course, I think.
And a tear goes down my cheek and elsewhere.
Was there ever any nudity in Magic Mike in any of those movies?
No, but close enough.
Huh.
The imagination ran wild. I will say, during the second one, Magic Mike 2, whatever, double XL, I watched it in Sunrise, Florida, at a drive-in movie theater.
A drive-in?
Drive-through. Drive-in.
Yeah, drive-in.
Yeah, drive, park, play it. The first 40 minutes of the movie, we realized we had the wrong radio station on.
Oh,
So
the audio wasn't quite matching up?
Very confusing for us. And also, I was introduced to Whippets for the first time.
Oh, that's a good time.
Anyways.
We told you it's Access Day. You're getting even more access.
He says he's done with Magic Mike because he is now working on producing, directing, and releasing his third children's book.
Uh-huh.
You knew that already?
I didn't know he was up to the other two, honestly.
But if he's gone, we have one person that replaces him, not on Magic Mike, but in Just Like That, Samantha is back. Baby.
Okay. I heard about this and I was very confused.
I am very excited.
All right, is this...
I will finally watch this new sequel series.
Is this like they made up or like...
I don't know.
They just made a deal so she could be involved?
I think either way, the people will be pleased.
Because I heard
she was not happy. She
they hated each other.
Yes, her and Sarah Jessica Parker did not get along, and then she had said something, I guess, at the premiere, wondering if people would see Samantha again. She says, "I don't think I would because I think there's too much public history of feelings on her part that she shared. I haven't participated in or read articles, although people are inclined to let me know. Well, it would never happen anyways. Nobody has to worry about that."
Damn.
But then, boom, they're saying Samantha is back, or at least for the finale of the first or second season. Therefore, for third season, she
they're
might
like
be
lighting it up. One of the things that I saw said she didn't actually film anything with anybody else in it. Like she just filmed
like
something.
stared?
Yeah, like separate. And then it maybe if they can fix things before the next season, maybe they would go all the way with it.
Is that a good time to tell everybody that I'm not actually at your house right now?
No.
But we've just built at my house a perfect replica.
Yeah, it's a green screen situation.
And
we
it's
have going
also-
on.
No, Sabrina.
Yeah, I recorded this about 2 days prior, but I sent them the transcript so they could respond properly.
We're given so much access. So much access on this day.
What we can do is pull what I guess Taylor Swift is pulling, and that is giving her fans amnesia. You know?
Yeah?
I have to say I have suffered from something like this before, but I guess Taylor Swift fans, besides forgetting what it is to have a proper bank account and spending upwards of $21,000 on Taylor Swift tickets,
Jesus.
they're now saying and reporting that many of them don't remember it at all.
They don't remember the show?
At all.
What?
From Indy 100, they say, talking on social media, many users have shared that their inability to recall the events of the show, from small details to even significant parts of the concert. Some described having feelings of guilt after waiting so long and spending so much money to attend the show and leaving without explicit memories.
Wait. You said you've experienced this? You've like gone to a concert and then you didn't remember any of it?
Yeah, well, or I've gone like Just Okay, the performance that Sabby's Little Helpers had. It was about,
You don't remember
I think
any
it was
of
like
it?
45 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it kind of, you have that adrenaline.
Okay, but that, what you're saying...
Chug a bottle of Jameson on stage.
That makes sense because you're sort of in that weird, like, almost blackout mode when there's a lot of pressure and stress on you.
Yeah.
But what if you're just a fan? What kind of pressure and stress is on you just going to watch the concert? Why would you forget it?
Because you're so excited.
Maybe.
It's not.
How old are these people? Are they of drinking age?
They haven't, like, they didn't really have their ages there, but I'm so sorry. But maybe. I also feel like there's a lot of teens there, maybe full-grown adults that are sober. So Ewan McNay is an associate professor in psychology in the State University of New York. SNU.
Mm-hmm.
He said that the experience may be a result of too much excitement. He explained, not a concert-specific phenomenon. It can happen anytime you're in a highly emotional state.
Interesting.
As a result of feelings of excitement, the body's stress levels increase, which in turn causes neurons associated with memory to start firing indiscriminately.
Wow.
He shared that this makes forming new memories really hard.
So they're so excited about seeing this show.
And that's why people have their phones in the face the whole time.
They black the whole thing out. It's wild.
Well, don't black this out because not one, not two, but 3 Guinness World Records are going to this lady.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, Dolly Parton.
9 to 5. That's 8 minus 5. 3 Guinness World Records. She has the most albums released by a female country singer, the most top 10 entries on the top country albums chart for a female artist, and she's the female artist with the longest span of #1 hits on the top country albums chart. Congratulations, Dolly.
Hey, have they
You
ever
did it.
done like a biopic of Dolly Parton?
They did the, not biopic, but they did a great documentary about it. I think it was on Hulu or something.
I thought there was a series that she was a part of, but it was
Wasn't it called Dolly?
It wasn't a
I missed
biopic,
that.
but it was like she was in it and it was part of her kind of thing. I don't know. all of her music was
Sold
in it.
Again, just as helpful as the Ted Lasso.
Listen, Ashley watched it. I can't explain Ted Lasso to you if without spoiling
All
stuff.
right.
Okay, but come at the end of the... Whoa.
Settle down over there.
Access. Given it.
Tell me to settle.
All of it. And finally, big congratulations. And really, he's not still alive. I mean, come on. Tupac to receive posthumous Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
Oh, that makes sense.
$5 says that he shows up and this whole time he's been alive.
That would be a story.
I mean, come on. And then they'll make it into a show that he says the F word a lot.
You know what I was wondering? If you get the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which there's tons of them, if you get it, you have to pay money.
Yeah, who pays for Tupac?
Yeah, who pays
His
for somebody
estate.
dead? So his estate would have to pay, and then
I
they're
would
going
think so.
to get the star. What if they didn't want to do that?
Oh, there's speaking of, there's going to be a new Pac documentary.
Oh, cool.
It's called Dear Mama: The Saga of Afeni and Tupac Shakur. And I think we talked about it a little bit.
We have.
Okay, then delete what I said.
It's already out there.
On the boob tube, we got Game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Baby. Go Miami Heat. Celebrity Prank Wars with Robin Thicke and T-Pain. Go T-Pain. And the 3rd season premiere of iCarly. Go
iCarly. What was I supposed to do?
Writer strike still continues, so no late night for you unless you like repeats. Instead, follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Everett. Give it a follow. I dare you. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. They need to just figure out this writer strike thing already, because it's not only having an impact now, but it's like what's gonna
Isn't there
happen.
a deal nearing?
I don't know if they've made any progress. I haven't seen anything that said they did, but I'm still watching the guy who we talked to on the show. He keeps posting his videos every day, and he's like going out to the picket line still. And I don't know.
Drew Carey still paying for everyone's lunch?
I get when you say that, when you're like, hey, I'm going to pick up the tab for the whole staff of this show. When some of these days start to go by, you're like, hey guys, can we wrap this up? This is real expensive for me. When we come back, there is a wild story about a man who had a visitor at his house, and now the police are involved because of this visitor. What happened? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The audio version of a Live, Laugh, Love wall decoration that's been set on fire. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for slowdowns on I-4 heading eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. There's congestion due to an accident off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound after World Drive. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail at South Street. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike this afternoon, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh. Fresh from Florida, that is. There's tomatoes, broccoli, watermelon.
You're just putting fra in front of produce.
As in fresh from Florida.
You don't need to make up words. Friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Summer's almost here. Time to get swimsuit ready for the pool parties and beach vacations. And for the confidence to look your very best, get RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. RM3 works on your belly, hips, and thighs, attacking unhealthy fat and reshaping your body, all while helping you lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. There's simply no faster way to get swimsuit ready than with RM3. It's safe and effective for men and women, and it's all natural, so it won't make you nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. So trust the experts at Red Mountain Weight Loss for programs that are doctor supervised and highly successful. Lose weight and look great just in time for summer with RM3. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
I want to go to a concert tonight, but the prices are so expensive. Have you tried Game Time? What's Game Time? It's only the hottest ticket app in the country right now. With Game Time, you can score last-minute deals on concerts, games, shows, everything. Oh, Game Time sounds awesome. It is.
Today only, go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to get a code for $20 off your first Game Time ticket order. That's $20 off your first ticket order at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
New users only. $150 minimum purchase. Can only be redeemed once. Cannot be combined with any other promo.
Today is iHeartRadio Access Day. We've got incredible one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences for you all day long. You could be joining us, Steve Covino and Rich Davis from Fox Sports Radio's Covino and Rich, for the virtual bachelor party of a lifetime. All part of iHeartRadio Access Day.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Check out iHeartRadioAccessDay.com right now and stay tuned for more throughout the day.
Do you have shoeboxes full of photos? Today only, iHeartRadio Access Day listeners get VIP access to the new Photo Legacy Box. Get your family's photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box. Visit iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. Think of the most beautiful sight you've ever seen. Maybe you're picturing your partner's face on your wedding day. You only have 2 eyes. Why would you trust their care to just anyone? The team of surgeons at the Filatowski Eye Institute have performed over 65,000 LASIK surgeries in Central Florida over the last 3 decades. There's so much to see in this world. Simply text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your consultation now. The Filatowski Eye Institute, the smart choice, the only choice for LASIK vision correction.
If it's a day that ends in Y, you're probably stuck in Florida traffic. So turn that AC up one more notch, aim the vents toward your face, and think of a better place, like the cool, colorful produce section in your favorite grocery store. Why? Because that's where all the cool, colorful, fresh from Florida produce is. Produce just tastes better when it's grown closer to home. And when you buy fresh from Florida, you're supporting local farmers and jobs in our communities. So after you're done being stopped in traffic, pick up some fresh from Florida on your way home.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio.
This is going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And you need to be there. We're going to do a big live summer show. We're working on picking out some dates and places and see where we should go. It was really interesting for our last event going out to Sanford, where we hadn't been for a while. You see all these brand new faces. People glad that we came out to their neighborhood. And for the live show that we'll do for this summer, we're trying to find the perfect spot, you know, the best day to do it. You got a spot that will work?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it right now. But
no, we got to lock things in.
Yeah, but
anyhow.
I think I got a good spot.
I got one, too.
And
It's going to be Sean's backyard.
No, it's not going to be in my backyard. We cannot do it here.
Listen, hold on. See what you think about this. I'm going to say it, see how it resonates with you. Ready? News Junkie live at Red Rocks.
That sounds great, but I don't know if we could fill the place. I think
We could
I
fill
don't think
that
we can
place.
fill the
We could
place
fill
at
that
all.
place. Come on. Are you kidding me?
We might have a little problem just pushing
This
that
is
whole
a
crowd.
destination party,
The way
guys.
that it's set up, we'll be on stage, and then everyone is the last row, and they can hear us perfectly.
Yeah.
Because the acoustics. You have no idea what I'm talking
No,
about.
I do. Red Rocks is like the one that's like carved into a damn mountain, isn't it?
Yeah.
The
Sort
venue.
of.
I want to
It's
go
cool.
there because I keep seeing it. There's a lot of bands and also comedians that will do their sets there that they end up releasing as like a DVD because it's so cool looking.
There's
It's
a,
awesome.
a lot of bands that have live at Red Rocks albums.
Yep. So I mean, Red Rocks is in the running, but
Sweet.
I don't know.
All right.
Sean's,
I think we should cross everything off.
I think we're just going to do something with rocks behind us.
Sean's backyard is not in the running. Just,
Yeah, it is.
just for the record,
No, it is.
that one is not in the running.
We'll do the new field across the street.
It's going to be a blast. You're going to hear about that real soon when we lock in the date and the location, and then you'll have enough time to take the day off, come party with us. It's one of C-Lane's favorite things. He truly enjoys the live shows, and if we don't do one, he gets real mad about it.
And we are definitely going and sticking on theme of planning it 3 weeks out.
Yes. We got to plan a lot of stuff, too, because...
Or if it was Sean canceling it 2 weeks out.
Well, this is our 10-year anniversary, basically.
Now you're excited about it.
I
Couldn't
am.
even figure out how many years we've been on the air.
We've been doing this for so long, it's all a blur. Do you remember all this stuff?
No.
I don't remember barely anything.
But I do remember the anniversary date.
Do you?
Which is?
June?
Yes.
Got the month. I didn't get that last time. June?
Don't tell him, Celine. Don't even give him a clue.
16th.
No.
It's June 17th is what it is.
Nope.
What is it then?
26.
June
It's a month
26th.
after your
Like
birthday.
I
It
said.
is a month after your
damn
birthday.
It, I said I would remember it because of
You
that.
did. And you were wrong.
Well, I remembered that at least. June
Wasn't a liar.
26th. So maybe we'll get it around that somewhere where we could do the live show and have some people come out and have a good time. If you've never been to one of our live shows, it is a wild, wild event. And it'll be something fun for you to join us on. We got dispatches coming in, so we'll hear from some of you in just a moment. Another one of these stories, there's so many lunatics out there. It just really is wild to me how many crazy-ass people are out there. And they said a Palm Coast man was arrested this past Saturday, and he pointed a handgun at a woman's head and threatened to kill her for this egregious violation. Her friend backed up into his driveway to turn around, and that was enough to set this guy off. They were just backing up into his driveway to turn around the vehicle, and that was enough. They said the victim's friend drove his Ford onto Vetch's driveway when a bang was heard on the rear window. So he slapped down on it. The man stayed there for the entirety of the incident. He yelled at the driver, and they said the victim got closer to him. Before reaching the property line, he pulled a handgun from his pocket and pointed it at the woman's head, she said, like 2 inches away, at one point threatening to kill her. Who are these weirdos who are locked up in their houses, and if anybody comes near their property lines, they grab a gun and say, I'm going to kill you? That is just something that we need to work out of this country. Those kind of people, those kind of attitudes. You get anywhere near me, you pull your Uber into the wrong driveway.
How do you work that out, though, really?
You work it out by letting people die is how you do it, because all these are just old-ass people. And you got to just wait until they go away. They're set in their ways. He's facing a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill at the first appearance.
Without intent to kill? You put a gun to someone's head?
Yeah.
And you have no intention of killing them?
It depends on how she said he said it. So if she says that he said, I'm going to kill you, well, that seems like intent to kill to me. But if she says...
It's definitely a threat.
Yeah, it's
a deadly threat.
Definitely a threat. But
the placement of the gun, like, you're not injuring somebody.
I'm just glad they charged him with something.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these other people didn't get charged.
I mean, remember, we've had this sort of argument before. I don't know if we ever brought it up to Moses, where the difference between I want to kill you, or I think maybe just we've talked about I want to punch you in the face.
Sure. Or I wish you were dead.
Or I'm going to punch you in the face.
Right. Now
Like-
that's a threat.
Like, yeah, if I just say I want to, 'cause I think there was a teacher who was in trouble because he said he wanted to punch some student in the face, because a lot of students are very punchable.
They are.
And I was like, no, that shouldn't be that bad. We shouldn't be coming down on him. Now, if he said, I'm gonna punch this person in the face, you have now you stated your intent for physical violence.
So it would depend how she said that he said it to her. So the cops, I'm assuming, just went with what the best that they had and ended up charging the guy. Just a lunatic, man. Crazy-ass people out there. I saw this, and I don't know what to believe anymore, so grain of salt this, please, all right? Don't go take this to the bank and think that this is the case. But there is another report out there about Jamie Foxx, and this one says that they're suggesting he's left paralyzed and blind from a blood clot in the brain.
He's ready for Ray 2?
This is a conspiracy theory, is what it is.
Was bad.
What?
C-Lane.
Well, I didn't hear him. I was looking at the story and trying to see if it's fake news. Are you willing to repeat it?
I said he's getting ready for Ray 2.
Oh,
Electric Boogaloo.
That was bad. And now you've said it twice. Yeah. So this is a crazy ass claim from some conspiracy person, I think. Hollywood journalist AJ Benza revealed a supposed well-placed source. These people are lying, man. If I was Jamie Foxx, I would sue all of these people. I would sue every one of these people because they are making up stuff. They said they're saying he suffered this medical episode after being pressured into getting a COVID vaccine. That's what the journalist said. These people are lying about Jamie Foxx and about his situation because there's a vacuum of information where he's not talking publicly about how he's doing. They said, I'm not going to repeat the stuff he said. He said it on like some Ask Dr. Drew podcast or whatever. And they said Radar Online has not been able to independently verify the reporting. That's because these are lies. This is the second place that has done this. The other place said Jamie Foxx friends were, I forgot how they phrased it, wishing for a miracle, or it made it sound like he was dying.
Really all over the place. And also just very bizarre that we have not been given any sort of clarification.
Yeah.
Because you have also his daughter or daughter's cousin, I don't know, saying he's fine. Actually, he was just out and about, or he's
at a
ready
rehab.
to do this. And then you have Mike Tyson, who accidentally slipped that he had a stroke.
Right. Yeah, I mean, something clearly happened to him. There's no doubt about that. But the irresponsibility of some of these journalists where they pretend that they have a source and they go, sources close to the family, they're lying so many times. They just flat out make that stuff up. And that's what this looks like to me. I mean, I could be wrong, but come on. That seems like the fakest story I've ever heard or heard in a long time. Here is Bruised Traveler with a dispatch. And you can send yours, too. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. BDMX Con says the evidence he cites is all the celebs who have seen him and say, pray for Jamie afterwards. I guess some celebrities are doing that. I don't know. The guy's probably not doing that great, but I think the stories about him are fake. Anyhow, live show idea from Bruised Traveler.
Hey, guys. It's been like 6 years maybe since you guys have done an event in Brevard County. I mean, you did the Ron John thing, right around that time. So I highly suggest and request the summer show be in Brevard. I know a few venues, too. So, yeah.
All right, we'll consider
Come to Brevard.
Yeah, we can consider it. They're saying Kevin Hart and Mike Tyson said pray for him.
Okay. I mean, they're kind of close.
Mike Tyson, I guess, knows something because he blurted that thing out, but he realized maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Let's continue. Here is Skippa Style chiming in.
What up, junkies?
Hey.
That thing those people were experiencing when they forget about what happened at that concert, well, some of us call that subspace. Never been there.
Subspace.
But I can get you access.
I never heard that,
All
but
right,
it sounds like a good time.
Pop.
Except for all
Whoa. We're supposed to be giving you access today, sir.
How dare you violate access day?
Come on.
Get with it, man. Thank you for your dispatch. Subspace. Yes. I mean, I think these people are just like so excited, like that story suggested, that they're overwhelmed and they can't keep the memories in there for
subspace.
Whatever reason. Are you in subspace?
Subspace.
This is making me feel like I'm tripping out a little bit right now.
Ooh.
Wow. Don't do this to me.
All right, that's it.
No. All right. Thank you.
Not really a subspace character.
No. But you do kind of sound like you're in space. I can pick up on that.
How quickly we find ourselves out of subspace.
Yeah. Let's go over to Fatty Matty, who brings up something that we haven't said on the show in a very long time, 3L Gaff. Which, for you newbies, it is live life like gargoyles are falling.
Correct.
Because of a story where a gargoyle fell off a building on a lady.
And killed
her. It killed her. Yeah, she died. It was unfortunate. Here's Fatty Matty.
With the guy that got hit in the face with a baseball, he's kind of just got to live like
when the gargoyle fell on the guy's head. Mm-hmm. But instead of 3-0 gaff, it's got to be 3-0 baff. Live life like baseballs are flying.
True. It still works in that situation. So thank you, I think. Last one for now. Here's Monked Up, and they send this in.
Hey, news junkies.
At least it didn't say
Good
junks.
morning. This is your Monked Up.
Good afternoon.
Dispatch.
It is.
Shouting out.
He just woke up.
Yeah, I think
Stopped
so.
watching TV screen.
All right, good luck with that, sir. We need some hotter dispatches, some better dispatches today. We need you to up your game by a multiple of 10 right
Listen,
now.
we've upped our game.
Yeah, we're delivering.
It's iHeartRadio Access Day.
Yeah, you better believe
We're
it.
giving you short commercial breaks. There's all kinds of good deals and stuff for you. There's lots of stuff for you to enjoy on Access Day. That's truly actually great.
Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com right now to register.
And there's giveaways and all sorts of stuff, but you're not delivering on your end. So step up, please. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and leave that grade A dispatch right now. When we come back, there is a celebrity who is using NDAs in a very, very unique way. What's going on with this? We'll talk about that. Plus, our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. He's going to be joining us. And I think we got some questions on the list for him as of the last couple of shows.
I have at least one.
Yeah, so we'll go over that and hang out with Mo in just a bit. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
The wait is finally over. Today is iHeartRadio Access Day. Incredible one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences for you all day long. Head over to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to check out some of the great specials from our partners and stay tuned for more.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 westbound after World Drive. There's stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail at South Street. You can expect delays due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading southbound at US 192. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
I'm back, and look at all the Fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown Fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Picture the next big family memories you want to make together. Are you riding the newest roller coasters, or are you up close and personal with some of the world's most magnificent animals? If the answer is yes, then go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to score up to 50% off tickets to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, the only parks that combine the best theme park thrills with one-of-a-kind animal experiences. Even better, a portion of every ticket goes back to animal rescue and conservation. So go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today only to score up to 50% off tickets. Service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Before we left the hospital, my daughter received her newborn hearing screening. It only took a couple of minutes, and it was a painless test.
When our son was born, the doctors tested his heart and found out his blood oxygen levels were low. As a dad, nothing is more important than your child's health.
It was that initial screening that led to her early identification of hearing loss.
And as a result, we found out about our baby's rare condition, which allowed us to review treatment options quickly.
Go to FloridaNewbornScreening.com to learn more.
I want to go to a concert tonight, but the prices are so expensive. Have you tried Game Time? What's Game Time? It's only the hottest ticket app in the country right now. With Game Time, you can score last-minute deals on concerts, games, shows, everything. Oh, Game Time sounds awesome. It is.
Today only, go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to get a code for $20 off your first Game Time ticket order. That's $20 off your first ticket order at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
New users only. $150 minimum purchase. Can only be redeemed once. Cannot be combined with any other promo.
Today is the day you've been waiting for. It's iHeartRadio Access Day. Now get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences all day long. You can enjoy a gourmet meal in San Francisco prepared by world-renowned chef Tyler Florence, and join Tyler and Wells Adams from the Two Dudes in a Kitchen podcast for a private Miller & Lux Caesar salad tutorial.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to save on your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change. iHeart listeners get $15 off any premium oil change or 20% off select preventative maintenance services. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. Select your location. Click on Valvoline Instant Oil Change to claim your deal today. No appointment needed. Drive in, stay in the comfort of your car, and get a quality Valvoline oil change in about 15 minutes. Go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com and claim your deal today. We see you. Looking for more access, right? We want you to win 1 year of iHeartRadio All Access at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com and experience your iHeartRadio app like never before. Hear absolutely any song on demand. Unlimited skips. Listen to your favorite station with 0 commercials. And enjoy full albums from any artist with a single tap. Ultimate access to the iHeartRadio app. Win it now. Plus so much more at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
So many emails yesterday about the AI.
Read every
jobs.
one of them. We got time.
Well, this one's real short. This is the shortest of short, so it ain't going to eat up a lot of time for us.
Right.
But all the people who were saying my job is AI proof, like artificial intelligence is not going to replace them at their job.
Yeah, there were some good ones that were thrown out on the texting service.
Yeah, this one's
I
not
feel like
good.
we're giving ideas to the AI.
Yeah, but I
how
think
to replace. They're going to start working on how to replace the unreplaceable jobs.
I don't understand why this guy who emailed thought that this was a job that AI couldn't replace. Not only can it, it's like it's already being done as far as I'm aware. And this guy said a job that AI could not replace is porn star. I'm like, absolutely, yes, it could replace that. They already have things where you can like create naked photos of people who don't exist.
Yeah.
And they're really, really believable looking. And that
They're not the videos.
They have videos with like deep fake stuff already, so they could do that. And I'm pretty sure they could do something that would be very, very close. That is definitely not a job that would be protected and saved from all of this. The interesting thing about that would be it would be porn content that was created with nobody actually involved, and that becomes weird. It's like, who owns this stuff? What if you end up looking like the person in the porn, or like a million things that could go wrong? And all of this is just kind of on a razor's edge. The actual real jobs, those are the ones that are much more AI proof. The people who were telling us yesterday that they were like roofers and make pools for a living.
Very offensive to sex workers that listen to the show.
Those
are real jobs.
That listen to the show understand fully, as I do, that they could be replaced by digital versions of themselves, especially if they're convincing enough. And look at what we got in front of us. There's a lot to say that would be the case. All this stuff can be replaced unless it's something very physical, the job that you're doing. Like actual labor seems much more safe than a lot of these other things that we're seeing. Join us on this show today. We love you. We appreciate you. And we want your dispatches. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send those over. I saw this story now, and I was like, if I was mega famous, I think I would probably do this too. Maybe you guys disagree. But just like Tiger Woods, they said that Symone has made every person that she's ever dated sign an NDA.
That's so Raven.
Like each person that she gets in contact with, and there's some sort of dating that's going on.
With your crap joke earlier, come on.
She says, I want you to sign this NDA so they don't share stuff publicly about their personal relationships. She says,
Why
all
is she
of my
saying that
relationships.
now? She's been with the same woman for years.
Has she?
She's married.
They're married?
Or
Okay.
they are married.
It says, all of my relationships, especially obviously when I started dating, I had to get people to sign NDAs. It took me a while to wrap my head around it because it's very impersonal, but somebody in our position needs to do that. And I think people are kind of trying to come down on her for doing this. I would absolutely do that if I was
This day and
famous.
age, for sure. You can't
don't
even get on a damn dating profile with people putting your business out there.
Right, and
That's why
people-
they have that like special app.
If somebody dates you and then you're famous, then they can utilize that, excuse me, to go out there and use your name to get a bunch of attention for themselves. And that's exactly what some of these people want to do. They're crazy as hell. I would have everybody sign an NDA that was around me like that.
Now, there is like this line, though, where you have someone, I think like Raven Symone, who doesn't want a personal business out there. And then you have like predators who have you sign NDAs and then do some effed up stuff in which you can't talk about afterwards.
Yeah, but you can't do the NDA we learned from
Not
Mo.
for sexual assault.
No, not for any crime.
What about emotional abuse?
I don't know. It can't be any crime that's actually done with the NDA because they can disclose that. And
it nullifies the contract.
Yeah, and that's what they were trying to do with the Tiger Woods situation, where he just...
Because I think, I think what they're getting at, or what Tiger Woods was worried about was if the judge does decide that this contract has been nullified because he broke the law, then I think she could talk about whatever it was that's not illegal, but he still didn't want people to know.
Right, so that's why they were headed in that direction. And he just, if you don't know the story about what Tiger Woods did, cold-blooded, man. He told this girl that he'd been dating for a while, he said, do you want to go on a trip to the Bahamas with me? And she said, yes. And he said, all right, get all your stuff ready. Pack your bags, get everything ready, pack everything up. And she goes to the airport, and when she gets there, or like on the way there, the person's like, hey, by the way, we're not going to the Bahamas. Your relationship is over. You're never going back to the house. You're never going to see Tiger Woods' kids again. It's like, oh,
I wonder the person whose job it was to tell her that.
That's brutal.
I wonder how many of the girlfriends he has broken up with. Because she might have violated the NDA by saying that, unless once he said the relationship is over, she was like, all right, well, the relationship's over.
Yeah, there could be like, have you ever seen the George Clooney movie, The Air Up There? You ever seen that?
Air Up There?
George Clooney was in a movie called The Air Up There, and his job at this company he worked at was to fire people.
Oh, it was...
No, it was Up in the Air.
Up in the Air? Is that what it is?
The Air Up There is different.
Is it?
I think that's a basketball movie.
Up in the Air with, what's-her-face from Pitch Perfect.
Where he got hired to, like, be the person who would tell people that they were fired. And so that was his brutal job.
They were constantly traveling.
Right, yeah. And when you're doing something like that, you obviously get better at it. So maybe The Bodyguard is better.
I knew that. Dude, look up The Air Up There.
What is it, like Air Bud? What am I looking at here?
It's Kevin Bacon plays a basketball coach that travels to Africa to recruit a new star.
My God.
Go to images and just look at the poster or the movie cover for this.
Maybe I've seen this. Oh my God.
This is from 1994.
Wow, that is something. Yeah, maybe I saw this too.
Now I want to watch that.
What's the correct name now?
Up in the Air.
Up in the Air. Okay, Up in the Air was the one with him where he was firing everybody and struggling with it. Not The Air Up There or Air Bud or anything like that. I don't know if this The Air Up There movie would fly these days.
Some of the stuff
Are you just basing it off of the cover?
I'm basing
You're
it off the
judging
fact that he's like got warrior paint on him, and he's playing with like Aboriginal African people in this movie. And Kevin Costner's like, or is that not Kevin Costner?
Bacon.
Kevin Bacon's like mixing in with them. Some of the scenes look a little like maybe not 2023-ish when you look at these. I don't know how I got that one, or where that came from. But there you go.
First time that movie's been mentioned on radio in decades.
Yeah, that might get some emails about that, some bells going off. Here we go. Let's go over to you. And you're chiming in with dispatches that are going to be much better. They're going to be grade A material, it's been said. And here is Herbert 420 with a dispatch.
Good afternoon, news junkies. Today is a beautiful rainy day right here in Central Florida. And I got a question for you. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom?
Oh, boy. Pterodactyl going to the bathroom.
I know it.
I know it, too, because he put it in the description.
I don't know.
Ruined it for me.
You don't know why?
Any guesses?
Can't hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom?
Crack bowl.
It's gonna be real obvious when he says it.
I'll let you think about it.
We thought about it already.
It's because the P
is silent.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Okay.
When I said 10 times better, this is not what I had in mind. I was thinking...
Well, there is at least one dispatch that was a tenth as bad as that.
Yeah, but that doesn't say anything for the quality of that particular product. Maybe this one's grade A. Here's Dustin saying, trippy sub.
Hey, Sean. What'd you crack your back when Sabrina did that? You having a little residual effects from your spine?
Is that real?
Wiggle, wiggle. See ya.
Have you ever heard people say that? when you were talking about the tripping out thing.
Oh no, I don't know. I think you have to do a lot of acid for that.
There's always been this rumor that if you do acid, like it gets trapped in your spinal cord.
I thought it was fat cells, but I might be confusing it with an episode of House.
And so all of a sudden, randomly, you could just start tripping out at strange points in time. But I don't know if that's real.
Suck.
I did a lot of stuff that was fake when I was younger. It was just because people would say that. Like, I think people would say, oh, you got to try drinking orange juice. Like, it makes it way stronger of a trip.
That makes sense because of the acid, like for mushrooms, but...
why does it make sense? I don't get. I never got
the way
that.
It breaks down in your stomach.
Like vitamin C would enhance the hallucinations that you were having. That's what everybody said. I believed it.
Listen,
and if you put it in your butt,
I've definitely taken an emergency.
Yeah, during that kind of experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to one more
Access
dispatch.
Day.
We're telling people too much today. Actually, let's dial down.
I've never talked about.
Here is laying down the law. All right.
Hey, Sean, if you are a fan of Natasha Leone, there's another new show out you should try to catch. It's called Orange is the New Black. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Honestly,
best one.
She actually got me because her voice sounds sweet and it doesn't sound like she's trying.
That was very good. Gets a star.
And I was like, hell yeah. I want more from her. I think she's such a great actress and she makes everything a little more interesting to me. And then bam! Just like that, run face first into it.
Natasha Leone was also one of the celebrities that was a part of John Mulaney's intervention.
Oh, really? That was a star-studded affair.
Star-studded intervention.
John, you've got to stop doing the drugs.
Her voice is so unique, isn't it?
I could put you to sleep.
I love that. And you would think
it's one of my better impressions.
It sounds like her. It sounds a lot like her for sure. So, kudos to you. But I would think normally that I'd be like, nah, I'm not into this. That the voice might get annoying. I like it. She's such a character.
Hey, it's me, Natasha Leone.
It's kind of like that.
It's me, Natasha. Let's smoke cigarettes.
She smokes a lot in the show.
Why don't you just stick with the good
It sounded,
you were doing?
Natasha Leone.
No, it sounded perfect without any effects.
No, Sean. If it ain't broke, fix it till it is.
You're going in the wrong direction.
Russian doll.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll get Natasha.
Sounded just like a Russian doll.
Also, you're killing yourself over there. You okay?
You're killing yourself.
All right. Yeah, probably a little bit. When we come back, our friend Mo DeWitt from the DeWitt Law Firm is going to be joining us. We got some things to go over with him. We hope you'll hang out with us. You can also watch the show if you're interested over on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Very easy for you to peek into the studio. And Mo is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Today's the day you've been waiting for. It's iHeartRadio Access Day. Get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences all day long. Check out iHeartRadioAccessDay.com for some amazing deals from our partners and keep listening for even more.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
The NBA Finals will tip off tonight in Denver. The West champion Nuggets are in the finals for the first time, and they'll take on East champ Miami. Florida State's quest for a national softball championship begins tonight. The Seminoles will open the Women's College World Series against Oklahoma State. And after salvaging their series finale in Chicago, the Rays open a weekend set in Boston. That's tomorrow. Tampa is the first Major League team to get to 40 wins. I'm Scott Davidson.
I'm back. And look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Temu.com, that's TEMU.com, is giving you an exclusive opportunity to unlock a $100 spending spree on their app today only on iHeartRadio Access Day. Temu.com is the most downloaded app on the App Store, and this is your chance to get a $100 coupon bundle you can use on millions of items. All you have to do is download the Temu app, enter a promo code, and you'll have $100 you can use to treat yourself to the latest fashion, home goods, or beauty products. Just head over to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today for your promo code. Then get started on your $100 Temu.com shopping spree.
Good news, today is iHeartRadio Access Day, so get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences all day long. You could be spending Meet Friday with me, Dan Patrick, and the Danettes for a VIP experience in the Man Cave, complete with some exceptional Meat Friday food, fresh off the grill, of course. All part of iHeartRadio Access Day.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Mills Air has been in business for over 30 years. On behalf of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 off new AC units. A Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. For more information, go to millsair.com.
At Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, we know the importance of giving our clients more. More experience, more results, more than 800 lawyers ready to fight for you. Need more reasons? We have recovered more than $15 billion and have more offices nationwide. But don't take our word for it. Check out any of our more than 28,000 five-star Google reviews from our clients. So, if you've been injured at work or in a car accident, remember, you deserve more. And we at Morgan & Morgan are ready to fight to get you just that, more. Don't wait. Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When you call America's largest injury firm, you get the backing of a national firm, along with a dedicated team from your community, handpicked by us. When you need a fighter, you need us. Call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Hey, you can email me at any time if you've got stories on your mind. Lots of people do that. I got deep down into the rabbit hole of that building collapse story that somebody emailed tips@thenewsjunkie.com about yesterday. And that one is so wild to me. I mean, I saw video of this, and it's one of the more shocking things I've seen in a while. So the building collapsed, right? This is like an apartment building, and the collapse looks pretty reminiscent of the Surfside situation in South Florida, just visually. I mean, it just looks a lot like it. The big chunk of the building that fell away looks like it.
Did they ever say how many people died?
Oh, it was a bunch on that one. I don't remember the final number, but there was a lot. And that was horrific, that whole thing.
And it lasted quite some time. They didn't touch that, clear it up, I think, for months, right?
And here's the thing. They didn't, right? They didn't clear it up for months. But in Davenport, with this apartment building,
they wanted to clear it up very quickly.
Like days later,
Which
they were
was
like,
bizarre.
Let's get this over with. Let's clear it up. And what does that sound like to you? That sounds like
covering up.
Yes, that sounds like maybe they want to just get rid of any possible evidence that the person who runs this apartment building wasn't doing things right. And so I started going on to reviews for people who have lived at the apartment building, and so many people are like, this place is in disrepair. It's dangerous to live here. And reminder, this building, a big giant chunk of it in, where was it at again? Davenport, Iowa. Yeah. It's called The Davenport is the name of the apartment building. A big chunk of this building falls down. And they're going, we want to knock the building down. We want to knock the building down. And they said, what? But there's people missing. There could be people in there. And they were keep fighting back and forth. And they were really trying to get this building knocked down. And all of a sudden, there's this woman who shows up at one of the windows in the apartment. And she pushes out the screen door. You can see her. There's video of this. She pushes out the screen door, and she's looking down at everybody. And they're like, oh, my God. They said, get up there and save my grandma. They would have knocked down the building with this old lady in there.
That, and they were talking about how they could see cats and dogs at the windows, despite the press release of everyone's cleared, everyone's accounted for.
They literally said,
animals.
They said there's no people or animals in the building.
That's so sketchy, man.
They almost killed this person who was still in the building after all this happened. And there's still a couple of people missing. Some of this stuff was pretty sad. You had this one guy that was interviewed on the news, and he was like, my dad is one of the missing people. And they go, what apartment was your dad in? And he goes, that one. And you could see the wall ripped off in his dad's like closet with all the clothes in it and stuff.
Man.
Just kind of blowing in the breeze, and you're like, damn, this kid's not going to get good news. That sucks. And it's very, very unfortunate, but seems very much like somebody is covering something up with that story. So keep an eye on that. We'll do the same as well if there's any updates. I mean, imagine if they would have knocked that building over. Just sure as hell that there was nobody in there and everything was safe, and we would just knock it down so it's better off for everybody. And there's people in there alive when they did this. There was not that kind of rush in Sunrise. They just didn't push that hard to knock the building down. Of course, they did eventually, but they weren't trying to do it the next day or the day after.
Same with the collapse in New Orleans where they were working on that hotel.
And the body was up there.
Stuck around for a while.
Yeah, and it was covered by a tarp for a while, this exposed part of
tarp
the
blew
building. Yeah, I think it was a hurricane or a storm or something blew through. And then the family was like, God, can you do something for us here? I think finally they got that sorted out.
Yeah, I'm going to do a level 1 kind of living area forever.
Yeah, me too. I'm now not into that whole world. And I lived way up in a couple of high rises. And it
was a bitch to go to your house.
Well, it always made me a little uncomfortable, like the balcony and stuff. But now I'm like, oh, God, no. 20-something floors up in the air? No, thank you.
It's an Airbnb now.
I know it is.
Really?
Yeah, but the exact apartment is an Airbnb now.
That's so funny.
And like a bunch of them in that building, even though I think you're not supposed to do it.
Is the tank in there? Or did you end up tossing that?
The what?
The fish tank.
Oh, no, that's gone. That was long gone. I had to that was so big and heavy that I had to smash
Threw it off the balcony.
No, I smashed it into bits and then hauled the broken bits of the aquarium out of there because I couldn't. It was too heavy for me to move it alone.
You're a different kind of guy, man.
What do you mean? What was I supposed to do?
Instead of
you could flip it, have someone pick it up from your house.
It was a mess. It was all scratched and stuff. I don't think anybody would have wanted that thing.
Yes, absolutely.
It was a piece of junk. I didn't even want it. You guys, I give away stuff or throw away stuff maybe more than you do. I don't know. But when I look at this, I say it's too much of a problem. Remember when I had that arcade game? You guys remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had an arcade game in my house, and I was like, I will play this all the time. It will be...
I never even saw it turned on.
It will be my toy of choice. I'm going to have so much fun. You could play all the classic games.
Arcade game.
No, it was a MAME.
Yeah, so it was a MAME box.
That just means it has all the classic games in there that you could play, and it looks like an arcade game. And I spent a bunch of money buying that, had to have somebody help me bring it back, had to bring it up into the apartment, and then I could barely give it away for free when I put that thing online after all that time.
Yeah, because of where it was, I'm sure.
Yeah, people didn't want to go up on all those floors and do that. They wanted to just get something real easy.
That's why I think some of the things you could find for free the most on Craigslist are stuff that people either don't know how to move or don't have the capacity to move.
Right.
And so the things I used to see all the time were jacuzzis.
Yes, I've seen a lot of
that. My dad got a Craigslist jacuzzi.
Did he pay for it, or was it totally free?
He didn't pay for it. It was just like the frame, but old, plucked out of the 80s.
I'm picturing it right now.
And then he completely, that was his project for that summer, was to remake it and refurbish it, and it's really cool now.
And the other one is pianos.
Pianos, yeah. My dad did that too, but my dad, not only did he get a hot tub, which then when we were doing my parents' estate sale after they died, somebody pops in and they're like, can I buy the hot tub? And I'm like, sure. And they're like, I'll give you this much for it. And I go, okay, cool. And then they go, never mind. It was in a screened-in patio. And they were like, I have no idea how I can extricate the hot tub from this screened-in patio. It's stuck in here now. And so they weren't able to get it. But my dad had that. And then he had this thing that he built, which was like a little sauna, which was next to it. Use it 0 times.
Yeah.
Never, ever use it.
My dad has a bartending robot that he built.
He's not
it was
using
used all of 5 times.
Yep, that's what happens with those things.
He's on a new project, though.
All right, let's go over to you. Let's hear some dispatches and see what's going on in your world. If you want to join us, you can do it from your phone, your laptop, anything like that. It's really, really easy for you. Hopefully it is. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Here's Radio with what they say is a better dispatch. We'll see.
Here's an R7 trap. You want skill? Well, I got plenty.
Oh, it's Radio Michael 7.
It just says radio?
It just says Radio 1. Oh, it got downgraded for
I
a
know
second.
that voice.
All right, now
So pump it
Yeah,
up.
we got to give this some time and some volume for sure. Okay, here he goes. He says a better dispatch.
Here's an RM7 trap. You want skill? Well, I got plenty. They wanted dispatch 10, but I'ma serve them up a 20. The news junkie is on. You can stream your favorite way.
Wow.
It's coming to you now on this iHeart Access Day.
Whoa!
Stay tuned for an all-new episode of Friends.
That's how it's done. Thank you. How does this man not have a star? Radio Michael 7.
Well, because unless it's a different username.
It might be. I don't know. He
He
might
was
have.
blocked on the other one.
No, I don't think. I hope that didn't happen. So thank you for that. That was the best one of the day by far, like by a long.
You get a
stretch.
prize we don't have.
Here's Limp Wiener talking about brontosaurus poop for some reason.
Do you know why you can't hear a brontosaurus poop?
Oh my God! We're
We're
going
not.
back to the dinosaur joke. Well, does anybody know before we
No,
reveal?
I don't. No, I don't know.
Okay, here he goes.
Because the sons of bitches are extinct, you stupid asshole.
Kind of new.
Kind of funny.
Twisted us around another way. All right, that's better than what we've been getting here today. Let's go to Daddy O with the dispatch.
Hey, Daddy O here.
I know.
Long-time listener, first-time dispatcher.
All right, get right into
Thank
it.
you, Daddy.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to say I have another vote for you guys doing a live event down in Brevard County, especially the southern end.
The southern end?
I know
Okay.
you
It's
have
very specific.
done live events from Wazi's Meat Market, so I know you're not
wasn't us.
opposed to coming down this far.
Yeah, we haven't done that. You're confusing us with somebody else, unfortunately. Real quick, we are going to have our friend Mo DeWitt come in.
Sean doesn't even like to
shortly.
go far away from his house in Central
You know
Florida.
how
Hey.
lost he would get if he tried to go? to
I
Brevard
will
County?
use GPS, number
No,
one.
we would need to set up some sort of bus to get you on.
No, I'll figure this out. Number two, I'll do whatever for the listeners. I will do anything for them.
Oh, okay.
I
Mark
would
this.
do anything to make it a better experience for them. I always try to put in the extra work and go the extra mile, and I would drive to wherever. But some of these places seem pretty far
Red
away.
Rocks.
The Red Rocks is real far away. That's still in the running, though. It's still in the running right now. Here is TX with the dispatch.
Yo, news junkies and
Hey.
the anchor. Hey, it's your boy Blank Man. What?
Oh.
Damn. What's up?
Somebody honking at him.
Hey, damn, you lost my train of thought. But oh yeah. Listen, Sabrina, if
up?
you use that app you just had with the smoking lady and do the this is the Cookie Monster, yum 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 yum.
This is
That
content.
sounds pretty good. I think you can get the effects. You
What
can
was
do
the
it now.
smoking lady?
But happy pre-Friday. Can't wait to
Oh.
see who's checking in tomorrow.
Pre-Sunday, pre-Sunday.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your dispatch. Yeah, he's talking about the
My voice
actress we were discussing.
It's actually
You do it fine just normally. You don't need any effects to do that voice. You're like right honed in on it.
I don't think that I'll be using her impression much.
It doesn't come up a
After
lot.
this,
Today it has, but it usually
Well, when you
doesn't
find
come up.
out another show that she's on that's 4 years old.
You know what?
Looking
Come on.
forward to
The
it.
guy makes one mistake, and you guys today want to come at me nonstop
Because
for this.
it's fun. We're having a good time with it.
I'm not having as good of a time as you are.
And that
For you. I feel like I'm only on the receiving end here, which is the case. Big Al is talking about some new show.
How's my favorite news junkies doing today?
Hey.
I just watched this new show with John Travolta. It's a new series that just came out called Welcome Back, Kotter.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. It's pretty damn
Everybody
good.
stop with this. Stop.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
We're done. It's over. It's not fun. I'm washing that away with one last dispatch from Guitar Slinger.
Hey, junkies. Freaking Thursday.
Friday,
Hey,
Saturday, Sunday.
you guys afraid of pedophiles? Grow up.
What is happening with some of you today? What even was that?
You're ruining Access Day for everybody.
You are. We're going to ice everybody. For right now, dispatchers
to
are
talk
on ice.
way more.
We
Might be our job.
We got tons of stuff to get to, though. Like, one thing that I wanted to talk about was this guy that got arrested. It wasn't in Florida. Otherwise, I 1,000% would have saved this for This Week in Florida. It was a brazen
You say
move.
that. I mean, it sounds nice of you at the time.
I mean it. This was in North Carolina where this happened. It's Charlotte, North Carolina. And a guy got arrested for robbing a convenience store. And he went the extra mile. They caught him, but it took a little bit because he had a mask on, he had a wig on, and he had a hooded sweatshirt. So the clerk, when he comes in, is like, "Oh, okay, this is a robbery. Okay, I see what's going on." But the clerk kind of knew something was up because the gun didn't look like guns normally look. Let me bring this up here so you can see what happened here in this story from WFSB. Here's the guy who got arrested. He's got blue hair, and his mugshot, he's looking very
Damn
perturbed.
it, I already read it.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it. What?
The gun he tried to use for this robbery is a gun from the game Duck Hunt, which is
that's great. I recognize that.
a 1980s Nintendo game, and he tried to use a Duck Hunt pistol
Put him up.
to rob this thing.
When he shoots, you just go ting, 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 ting.
This would have been very obvious if you were behind the counter and you saw this. I like how the sheriff put his logo in the corner of this in case it spreads around online and
Good
goes
for
viral.
you. Hey, everyone's got a market.
He's like, I'm going to put myself out there.
Speaking of putting myself out there, taking the opportunity, only time I could do it, video game gun.
Okay.
At Spooky Empire a couple weekends ago, I bought the Walking Dead Hunters game
Okay.
that you could just plug into your TV. Like one of
It
those.
doesn't have a console or
like
anything?
the game is inside the gun.
Okay.
And apparently I'm missing one thing, and it's the light sensor.
Oh,
so
no.
if you've got a Walking Dead zombie hunter game in your house you don't want to use anymore, let me have your light sensor, please.
Wait a
I can't
second.
find it anywhere on the internet.
They didn't let you try it out there? They didn't let you test it?
It was like the vendor was like, I don't know if this works. And I go, well, in that case, I'll take it for half your markup price.
When you go out to these things and like bargain hunt and negotiate, and do you go to yard sales and stuff?
I haven't been in a while, but yeah, I do love a good yard sale. I'll negotiate. Why not?
I'm always uncomfortable negotiating.
I'll do it. I mean,
if it's not
worth
business,
it's worth a shot.
if it's just like over like some plates that somebody has out in their front yard for some kind of yard sale.
I gather a lot. I go, how about I grab this entire bundle?
That's how you do it.
For 20 crisp.
The bundle is the trick. We want to hear from you. You're doing better, but you need to do even better. And you could send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
Amazon looks like they're out of the zombie hunter video game.
Are they? How much is it on Amazon, though?
It's $100.
Didn't have
really? It's $100?
What I
didn't see a
saw,
price.
but that was for the complete package. All I need is the light sensor.
Is this something that
I have
you just
the gun.
like you just pop off the gun and hand it to the other person?
What do you mean?
What is the light sensor like a part that goes inside?
It goes on top of your TV.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. It's the thing you pointed at.
Yeah. I imagine Duck Hunter had something like that.
It did, but it was
No, it
really Duck Hunt was rudimentary as hell.
Duck Hunt was just the gun. There was nothing else you had to put on there.
I plugged it in my TV and I could see it's working. It looks cool. But I can't move the actual like aim without that light sensor.
When I was growing up, we had the Nintendo right when it came out. It was the one cool thing like that we got. And we
Are you
got
talking about the Atari?
No, it's not that old. It was right when the Nintendo came out. I was a little kid, and we got it. And of course, like everything else, I had to share it with my damn brother. And we got the one that had the Duck Hunt and the gun, and it also had the dumbest thing ever. The trackpad. Do you ever heard of this before? The trackpad thing that they had?
Like a mouse ball?
No, it was a big thing you put on the floor, and then you run on it, almost like Dance Dance Revolution style or something. And then the track runner on the screen would like run along with your pacing.
Workout.
It was so bad.
Nintendo, for whatever reason, as a video game company, has always been way more into having fitness-related games than any of the other. There was you didn't find a whole lot of these for Sega, for Sony PlayStation, but Nintendo, they had the Wii Fitness. A lot of the Wii stuff was all kind of fitness-related
They
stuff.
were the only company that was kind of doing that stuff where it was more physical and less about like the video game thing that's more traditionally done. J. Ryan KB has an announcement for us, and this better be good, because if you let us down, I'm going to be very upset with you. Here we go.
Best Pride announcement yet. Sean just said that he always receives it. Just always receives it. Sean just came out as a big old bossy bottom. Y'all have a wonderful Pride. Happy June, everybody.
Thank you, J. Ryan.
Pride.
You think I'm worried about that? You know how many terribly offensive and wild things they have audio of me saying? That would
yeah,
be
for
like the
days.
least offensive thing.
I didn't even write it down.
I don't think it's offensive. It's Pride Month.
Sea lane
Kind of
is
cool. I
no.
think a lot of people assumed you were top, but I'm glad you're have your
A big old bossy bottom.
I'm not,
bossy
whatever
bottom.
you're saying, but I'm not admitting to that. I'm saying I would be less scared of that being audio that goes around, way less scared of that than any of the other things that they have on their computers. China persons. Oh, all of these in context, I promise you, made sense and it wasn't something terrible. Oh, that was quite a boner. I don't know the context there. But R. Kelly can urinate on me. See, I'm laughing in that one. Boy. Because I knew you were recording. That was live trivia days. I could hear the music bed.
Which one was
Holy
this
cow.
one?
For me, it's tough to be a sex offender.
That one hurts me the most. That one always hurts me the most. But hurricane's coming. What are you going to do about it? Our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm joins us. Mo, how are you?
What's going on, Mo?
Good
to see you guys.
Good to see you as well. We got all kinds of questions to ask you.
Hell yeah!
About different things that are happening in the world. And we want to remind everybody that today is on iHeartRadio. It's Access Day. That means you get access to a lot of really great deals and also to some special contests that for some reason we're not allowed to win. Can Mo win? Can Mo win the contest?
He might.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jack
you
says
can.
yes. Jack
Mo,
says yes. That
sign up right now.
Nice.
iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
And then take us with you if you win the tickets to what was the concert?
Fly away.
Oh, damn it! We can't go.
We can't even go,
Okay,
Jack.
that's-
Just be on the air and just tell the truth.
That's ridiculous, Jack. Why are there so many rules in this
Plus,
industry?
we sound crazy right now talking to nobody.
If Moses takes. If Moses wants to take us, we're going with Moses to the concert.
I can't take Sean, but I can take Juan Shawson.
That's true.
Wear what mustache? Nobody know the difference.
Or be in complete disguise.
Yeah.
Nobody will be any the wiser.
Now,
about
which
it.
one would you rather go to? Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire. A trip to LA to hang out with LL Cool J.
Man, that'd be cool.
Not one, but 2 nights
Yeah.
to see Pink in concert.
I gotta go LL.
You know what? I don't.
Oh, for sure you're going to say Pink.
I don't have a big issue with like meeting famous people or meeting somebody who's a celebrity. It
Whoa.
doesn't really bother me too much. But I think if I was in the room with LL Cool J, I would struggle so much to kind of try to be.
What's
hip.
up, LL?
I think I would just.
Can I call you Ladies
I'm down
Love?
to rap.
I think. Yeah, I would really, really just make it awkward. He'd be like, "Buddy,
My mama would never say knock you out.
access
I'm
is
a
over."
big fan of the hip hop.
Yeah, he would probably make
Moses, you crazy.
it even worse for me. But
I think I would pick the flyaway to see TLC and Shaggy with In Vogue and Sean Kingston.
Yeah.
Wait, who's left in TLC?
Not the other two.
TC.
Yeah. Wait,
TC and Shaggy.
There's still 2 left? I thought there was only one
There
left.
are 2 left.
Okay. Well,
Let's be
good.
clear.
Because we want to make sure the concert is definitely a giver, so you get all the stuff that you were
You know
actually
Chili's
promised.
dating now.
No, but I did see something about this. I forgot. Damn it. Who was it?
It was Lawrence, one of the Brotherly Love brothers.
Joey Lawrence?
No, the middle one. Matthew Lawrence, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I might be getting that
God, those
completely
shows
wrong
are
now.
so dated right now.
Is
I
that the one
remember-
from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad?
Oh, my God. Talking about
And also Mrs. Doubtfire.
shows that are a little bit dated.
Okay, excuse me.
Why?
Mr. Russian Doll.
Russian Dolls is not
I got
that
a brand
old.
new show we're obsessed with.
That show is great, and it's not that old, and it's new to me, so that counts, I think. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back,
Like so
we'll
quick.
actually get into our conversation with our friend Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm, because we do have some legal questions for him and some other things we need to talk about. If you have any legal questions, now is the time to hit us up with those over at thenewsjunkie.com, where you can record a dispatch, or you can email me, that's fine too, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and I'll read that to Mo. Well, that's what we're going to do when we come back. I'm sorry. How do I get myself out of this? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The audio version of a Live, Laugh, Love wall decoration that's been set on fire. Real Radio 104.1.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 417, the Greenway heading southbound before the beach line. The right lane is blocked. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound before mile marker 241. Traffic is backed up before mile marker 239. The left lane is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
You've probably been hearing us talking about it for a while now, but today it's here. It's our iHeartRadio Access Day. Are you ready to experience these one-of-a-kind deals from our partners, all these unique experiences? Very cool. Check out iHeartRadioAccessDay.com right now.
You could experience everything the free iHeartRadio app has to offer with a 1-year subscription to iHeartRadio All Access.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Do you have shoeboxes full of photos? Today only, iHeartRadio Access Day listeners get VIP access to the new Photo Legacy Box. Get your family's photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box. Visit iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Mills Air has been in business for over 30 years. On behalf of iHeart's Access Day, they'll be offering our listeners a special offer of up to $3,500 off new AC units. A Carrier Factory Authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. For more information, go to millsair.com.
Get $15 off any Valvoline instant oil change. Log on to AccessDay.com today.
Looking for more energy? Amino Energy by Optimum Nutrition is now available at 7-Eleven for only $2.49. Or now 3 for $5 through June 27th. From morning wake up to afternoon pick me up, Amino Energy serves up 0 grams of sugar and refreshing fruit flavors. Grab one today at 7-Eleven and get more from your day. There's more of you and you with Amino Energy.
Getting ready to go boating is just as important as the safety precautions you take while on the water. This National Safe Boating Week, make sure you have your safety equipment and know how to use it. Life jacket? Check. Whistle or horn? Check. Flares? Check. Personal locator beacon? Got it. These are just a few of the items to have prepared for the journey, regardless of your experience level. This message brought to you by the National Safe Boating Council and U.S. Coast Guard. Learn more at safeboatingcampaign.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Of the DeWitt law firm. Are we clear to call you a friend? Is that
Oh, for sure.
I don't want to ruin your reputation. I don't want to
that
drag
is
you
true.
down.
I didn't think about that aspect of it.
Might as well do it now. Like, call him friend now. Because sometimes at the end of his visit, he's like,
yeah. Sometimes he slinks out of here, and when he's leaving, he's like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Well, that's for sure.
What am I doing?
Once everything goes down, I'll just say, I barely knew the guy. He was an acquaintance.
It's a good idea to always keep a little bit of distance between yourself and us. We got some questions that we've gathered over the week, and Sealand wrote some of these down.
I do.
What was the one? I can't remember. It was one that we were just talking about not that long ago.
Well, yesterday we talked about the fact that there's like 1 in 4 people surveyed had found a camera. They didn't. I don't think they specifically mentioned hidden camera, but they found a camera in their Airbnbs.
Yes, and it said just like vacation rental. So they're talking about all Verbo. I forgot all the competitors.
Yeah, but
mostly Airbnb.
They basically came through and said Verbo says you can't have any indoor cameras. Airbnb says you can have them if they're disclosed in the listing.
Mm-hmm.
And then other than that,
you can't have them in the bathrooms and bedrooms.
well, yes, yeah, and definitely on Airbnb, no cameras in the bathrooms and bedrooms. And other than that, though, you would assume that any of these, unless the camera's like apparent, like just mounted and they're, you could tell that it's there.
Clear.
You would have an expectation of privacy. And we were like, if you are staying at an Airbnb and you see a camera somewhere, are you allowed to just call the police?
Yeah, what would you do?
Well, you can call the police for any reason, really. I don't recommend it, but you could.
What about this one?
I mean, I think it depends on the situation, right? If they are in the bathroom or somewhere where it's clearly kind of a peeping Tom situation, that could certainly be criminal.
That's more in the crime area if it's something like that, rather than like in a living room or something.
Living room or kitchen, then it depends on the setup. It could possibly be criminal. You could call and just report it to have documentation, and depending on which jurisdiction it is, they may come out. They may just issue you a report or a case number or something like that. But certainly you would want to report it to Airbnb or VRBO or whoever you booked it through, so that they can be alerted, because they do have systems in place to kind of deal with that.
I'm sure they get that absolutely all the time. The thing I was considering was, if I'm in my house, right, I have an expectation of privacy, and that provides a lot of things to me as far as what people can and can't do. But how come if Sabrina goes, hey, will you watch my house for a week while I'm out of town? And if I was over at Sabrina's house now, or I rented a house from somebody through the Airbnb app, how come when I'm in that house, I don't have the same exact level of expectation of privacy? I would figure like that was a place that I was allowed to be, and I would reasonably expect that I would be able to do whatever I wanted within that space.
Well, it depends. If it's your house, obviously, someone else bringing a camera in would certainly violate your privacy. But, for instance, if somebody else just had security cameras within the interior of their home, you can set up some of those security cameras where if someone walks through a certain threshold in your home down a hallway, it will send you an alert or something like that.
I have that. Like the example of you, staying at my house to take care of my pets while I'm out of town. Like
that was really nice of you to do that.
Yeah, it was.
Fake Sean did a great job.
But he didn't feed them at all. That was crazy. He just walked around naked. But
I wouldn't do that to Luna.
I do have like security cameras within my house. Like most of them are pointed towards the pet area when I'm out of town. And I don't, are you saying like people that come to hang out need to know that those are out? I mean, they're there for people to see.
I mean, where it becomes problematic is obviously when they're in areas that are, bedrooms, bathrooms, and stuff like that.
That's the key piece.
Yeah. When, it goes back to the intent. Was the intent of having the camera there? And did you disclose that the camera was there? If they're in, hallways, living rooms, kitchens, that's less problematic, especially if you disclosed. I mean,
what if they're hidden inside of a charging bug, like an iPhone?
Yeah, where it's clearly done to hide or obfuscate that there was a camera there.
Well, that's still not illegal as long as it wasn't in a private area like a bathroom or something like that.
So placement is absolutely everything.
Yeah, because there's nanny cams that, monitor, they put them in teddy bears and stuff like that because the parents want to see what's going on.
If I did find like a hidden camera and like say it wasn't a bathroom, it was in a shower, it was definitely intended to get footage of me that I otherwise would not want to be out there somewhere. Say I found that and I stole it.
Oh.
Have I now committed a crime?
You have, but then, of course, the person who put the camera there is probably not going to report you.
Right. That's it's like stealing somebody's cocaine.
Right. Yeah. Like, I mean, well, yeah, that too. But I think like the same thing, like if you did that with a card skimmer at a gas station, and you wiggle on the thing because you don't want your stuff stolen, and you pulled something off, and they're like, "There's a card skimmer there." Have you just pocketed that and left? Have you committed a crime there?
You have. I mean, you've stolen property.
So dumb. If you were ever to get charged for that, that would be so stupid.
Riddle me this: I have cameras inside of my house.
We have a lot of time. We have a lot of time for these, Moses.
I have a party, and then someone goes into the cat room where the camera is, and they disclose, have a private conversation in which they're like, I'm going to go rob a bank or some sort of blackmail thing. Like, am I allowed to release that footage?
She would own the footage if it was her camera.
But without them knowing that they were being recorded?
If they're within your home, you can have cameras as long as you're not trying to basically capture them.
Yeah, because they're entering your area. Some people are saying
now,
over on chat that they say, like Invisible Man on YouTube says, I have cameras in my house, and it says, smile, you're on camera at my front door. Maybe that would be enough, something like that.
Well, that's fine. Where it gets a little trickier is with audio. So you do bring up actually a good point is
Thank you.
We are a two-party consent state in Florida. So if you are going to have cameras that capture audio, you do need to have a sign up, basically, that says audio and video recording within the premises.
Yeah.
And so that way people are on notice that their audio is being recorded when they come into the home.
Is it clear that audio and video is being recorded in this room, or do I need to put some sort of sign up?
You should definitely put a lot of signs up. I had no idea.
I was planning on
this was being recorded.
just wanted to run that by you. What else is on the list, C-Lane?
This one has 100% to do with Sean.
Why? Don't put this on me.
Not the rest of us.
Is it really my fault?
This is something that Sean did.
What is it? Yeah.
What repercussions can you face for using a dumpster that's not yours?
Yeah.
Like, say you just, I don't know, took 2 giant bean bags
Perfectly
that used
good
to be
bean
here
bags.
in the studio, and you dumped them into a dumpster that is not yours.
For a record, this was a long time ago. This happened like
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
Happened a long time ago. Am I in trouble for that, Moses?
I mean, 3 to 5 years is probably what you're looking at.
No.
Not bad.
That's what I was
What's their
expecting.
Wi-Fi like over there? We can still
It's
do
pretty
the
good,
show.
I hear.
I'm not going to do great in prison. I'm not going to be able to be strong enough to go through this.
And does it change at all his legal ground when you find that this dumpster was on a construction site, active construction
Ooh, that
site?
just made it a felony.
No, it didn't. There's no way.
Sean's going to jail.
Why do you guys want me to go to jail?
We don't want you to go to jail.
It's just, it sucks that you're going to go to
It
jail.
seems like you want me to go to jail, if I'm honest.
It seems like I want you to know what's illegal so you don't go to jail.
I don't
great
think
point.
it was. I think it was illegal, but not super illegal. And those two things
Felony!
are very different.
Yeah.
Those are
I mean,
very, very
but
different.
here's the bright side. I think the content that Prison Sean brings to the show is going to be tremendous.
I'll
Yeah,
have to
we'll
be on
bring
the
back
phone.
jail time, jail letters.
It'll have to be jail mail from
And
just
we'll,
me.
We'll just read your letters. Your handwriting sucks, so it'll take a whole segment for sure.
That's true. I can't even
Get you a
fix
typewriter.
that. Yeah, I'm going to need something to help me out with that. So that's bad. You can't do that.
That's a no-no.
All right, I won't do it again. They didn't seem mad. They took it away. Nobody said anything. No people were
They're building
harmed
their case, man.
in the commission of
You're
this
about to
whole
get
thing.
served.
I should stop talking about this on the
probably.
airwaves, probably. Okay, we're going to go to your dispatches momentarily and see what you have to say. Again, if you have any questions from Mo, you can always send those over. Was there anything else on the list, C-Lane?
That was it.
Okay. What was the thing we were just talking about earlier that we said we could run by Mo? I don't remember.
Damn it.
You know one thing that we saw this week that was kind of interesting? It was in the next episode, Mo. And there's a company called, what was it, Maidens? That was
Maiden Lingerie.
Maiden Lingerie is getting sued by Iron Maiden
Oh yeah, I
for
heard about
violating their
this.
trademark. And I was like,
It's just the word maiden.
those are so different. It doesn't seem to me like they should be able to have the exclusive rights to use that word. How do they figure that out? Is it like just case by case?
It can be case by case. I mean, the first question is whether the word maiden is distinctive enough on its own, and really whether it's causing any confusion in the marketplace. So, is anyone actually confused at Iron Maiden versus, what is this? You said lingerie?
Yeah.
Versus Maiden lingerie. Do they have any associations? Do they use similar colors, similar fonts? Is there any confusion in the marketplace? That's usually kind of the first test that they're going to look at.
Right. And that makes sense. Yeah.
But when they have a trademark for Iron Maiden and it's for clothing as well, and they don't specify lingerie, is there really that blanket of a term?
Well,
Or you could just be like, all clothing.
Well, I mean, that's why they do it that way. They want to leave it more broad because
That's baloney.
They can make the argument, oh, we were about to launch a lingerie line next week,
Yeah.
But if the font and everything is so clearly different and it's just one word, it might be difficult to argue that it's trademark.
Because it doesn't seem fair. They're going after these companies. Most of them are small
small.
companies. Then they're doing something
That's what
so
they're doing.
different. It's like I believe in trademarks, and I think they're good, and I think we should have intellectual property that is protected, like it is in this country. It isn't in all countries. But when I see that kind of stuff, I go, it doesn't seem fair. It seems like you're going after somebody, and like they're not making a whole boatload of money. I wouldn't imagine.
Would they argue because they're going after them for being Maiden's lingerie? What if they were Iron lingerie? Do they still think that that's theirs too?
Well, it's the same. It's the same test. Would it cause confusion? in
Is the logo
marketplace?
the same?
But you're absolutely right. A lot of these cases never go to trial because they're so expensive to
Yeah,
litigate.
they just bully people.
Yeah, that they'll just reach some sort of settlement agreement where they'll slightly change the name or agree not to use certain colors or certain fonts or something along those lines. I mean, I had a case one time where a giant corporation came after this guy and his company, and said that they couldn't use the color blue because that was associated with.
Excuse me.
I won't say what company it was, but
Right.
you know, you probably figure it out.
Wow. See you later,
what the hell, man?
Get out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Get a cease and desist letter.
Were they victorious or?
Yeah, once
How do they have the color blue?
You know,
Is it once you see that shade, you know what company it is?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
That actually was their argument. That
Interesting.
was a very distinct shade of blue.
Yeah, I mean, I can guess where that's going.
American Telephone and Telegraph?
No,
Yep, that was it. That was them.
Another thing that we were just talking about actually was there was this tweet from Mark Cuban. Obviously, he's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks,
inventor of the Cuban sandwich.
Yes, Shark Tank guy.
Enjoyer of fine Crest martinis.
Yep, met him and
Male.
made things really awkward one time in person. Where Courtney said, "I love your show. I watch it every Sunday," and he's like, "The show's on Saturday."
What a douche!
It's like kind of a douche about it, but we were like bothering him. Anyhow, so Mark Cuban says on Twitter, he's like, just trying to get a grasp of this. If you're watching the Miami Heat Celtics game, how many of you are watching an illegal stream of that right now? And of course, people are like, "Hang on, what?" If you responded yes to that, could you be like actually making yourself on the record committing a crime?
I mean, theoretically, you could be. I mean, back maybe they still do it, but you know, with pay-per-views like fights and stuff like that, the cable companies used to have people like investigators who would go around to the bars and restaurants, and report them, and they get served lawsuits and all that kind of stuff. Could just be a modern day version of, hey, doing the same thing.
Yeah, he's just like asking people, "Are you watching this illegally right now?" And I go, "Yeah, that's not something you ever want to answer."
LOL JK.
Yeah, you don't want to put that out
Always follow
there.
with LOL
Was
JK.
it not broadcast on? I guess because people don't have cable. Is that the
Or
idea?
it's blacked out in
in
areas.
their area.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and they end up having to like find some surreptitious way to get it. But yeah, they used to be brutal about enforcing that stuff.
I have a question for Moses from the texting service.
I don't answer those people.
They are animals.
No, we have to give him access.
Can I take legal action if my car dealership didn't properly install a part correctly, and I drove on it for 5 months before finding out my car could have literally fallen apart while driving? It was a tie rod. I don't know what that is, but he said his life was at risk for 5 months.
That's a good question,
Well,
actually.
If there's no damage, if there's no injury, I mean, you could sue, but there's no damages to go after, right? So he said his car almost fell apart. Well, if it didn't fall apart,
Could have
there's
fallen apart.
right? Unless it caused further damage to the car, then you could sue him for that. Or if you were injured, you could sue him for that. But potential injury is not a claim for damages.
One last thing real quick. This is a story we also talked about earlier. There was a guy who went to a baseball game, and he is suing the LA baseball team because he got hit in the eye with a ball. And it was thrown by one of the outfielders who was like throwing it up for a souvenir. This guy's not paying attention. It pops him in the eye. In the story, they were like, he was trying to get over the grief of his Holocaust surviving father's recent heart attack and his brain cancer diagnosis. Are they putting that stuff in there to get sympathy out of a potential jury?
And sometimes they really go over the top with some of that stuff. But yeah, it's ultimately going to be part of the damages that are the insurance company's going to look at, and that's why they're putting it in there to increase the damages as much as possible.
I thought that seemed like a lot. Okay, quick break. Are you going to hang out with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we talk about this thing that you've been doing? That you're working on?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm excited about this, and you should be too. So, you want to pay attention to this and stay right where you are. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The wait is finally over. Today is iHeartRadio Access Day. Incredible one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences for you all day long. Head over to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com to check out some of the great specials from our partners and stay tuned for more.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for delays heading eastbound through the city on I-4 between Cayley Street and Colonial Drive. There's slowdowns on I-4 westbound between Central Florida Parkway and before State Road 535. You can expect congestion on I-4 westbound between World Drive and after Osceola Polk Line Road. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Make quick and easy family meals with the tastiest flavors of Florida. Look for the sunny, Fresh from Florida logo where you shop and find delicious, refreshing recipes for what's in season at followfreshfromflorida.com.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Picture the next big family memories you want to make together. Are you riding the newest roller coasters, or are you up close and personal with some of the world's most magnificent animals? If the answer is yes, then go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to score up to 50% off tickets to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, the only parks that combine the best theme park thrills with one-of-a-kind animal experiences. Even better, a portion of every ticket goes back to animal rescue and conservation. So go to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today only to score up to 50% off tickets. Service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
For over 35 years, we at Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, have built our firm with the word more in mind. We have more than 800 lawyers and more offices nationwide ready to fight for you. And to date, we have recovered more than $15 billion for our clients. So, if you've been injured at work or in a car accident, you deserve more. Contact Morgan & Morgan today. Just dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The wait is finally over. Today is the day. It's iHeartRadio Access Day.
We've got incredible, one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences for you all day long.
You could be taking a VIP trip to the city of your choice on Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind & Fire's Sing a Song All Night Long tour. All part of iHeartRadio Access Day.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Do you have shoeboxes full of photos? Today only, iHeartRadio Access Day listeners get VIP access to the new Photo Legacy Box. Get your family's photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box. Visit iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Get $15 off any Valvoline instant oil change. Log on to AccessDay.com today.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally get to pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors. But it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas. And next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
Temu.com, that's Temu.com, is giving you an exclusive opportunity to unlock a $100 spending spree on their app today only on iHeartRadio Access Day. Temu.com is the most downloaded app on the App Store, and this is your chance to get a $100 coupon bundle you can use on millions of items. All you have to do is download the Temu app, enter a promo code, and you'll have $100 you can use to treat yourself to the latest fashion, home goods, or beauty products. Just head over to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today for your promo code. Then get started on your $100 Temu.com shopping spree.
Living with a body of water right outside your home sounds delightful until these boogers start showing up. Mosquitoes aren't just annoying. They can carry deadly diseases like Zika and West Nile virus. But with Summit Mosquito Dunks, you can have your pond without all the worry. Simply drop a Summit Mosquito Dunk into standing water and kill mosquito larvae for 30 days or longer. Mosquito Dunks are harmless to people, pets, fish, and wildlife. So it's just that stop hanging around. Visit SummitResponsibleSolutions.com.
Oh, we see ya. Looking for more access, right? We want you to win 1 year of iHeartRadio All Access at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com and experience your iHeartRadio app like never before. Hear absolutely any song on demand. Unlimited skips. Listen to your favorite radio station with 0 commercials. And enjoy full albums from any artist with a single tap. Ultimate access to the iHeartRadio app. Win it now. Plus so much more at iHeartRadioAccessDay.com. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
And I'm glad you're doing this, Mo. So let's draw some attention to it. I watch your social media very, very closely.
As everyone should.
As everybody should. It should be a necessity. It should be a follow.
It's a smart move.
That really does deliver for you. And will maybe get you mad sometimes because stuff is really catchy that you're going to be hearing. But you know how it goes. So I saw you got something where you're giving away, I think it's a cruise, right? And let me know what's going on with this so people can get involved.
So we're giving away a cruise to any teachers in the state of Florida.
Oh, fun.
It can be any grade level. You can nominate yourself or somebody else can nominate you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to justcallmo.com, there's a little form on there that you can fill out. And I think at the end of the month, we select a winner and then send them on a cruise.
Nice. Somebody's going to get to take this nice
I thought that was
summer break.
A boat.
That's boaty. That boat's
yeah, but
that
it's not.
noise.
It's like
That's a sad boat.
Yeah. The cruise that you're going on will be a boat much nicer
Very
than
exciting.
That.
Well, there's no promises. We didn't specify what kind of cruise.
So you're going to send these teachers on a cruise. They deserve it. Teachers go through so much crap. Oh, my God.
yeah.
Day in and day out, the stories that I hear. There's still so many star teachers out there that really connect with their kids, and you can't overestimate how important that actually is to society. But they deserve this kind of stuff.
Question: is this going to be is the winning teacher going to be selected at random, or should they be including stories of how awful their school year was?
Include stories. We like stories.
How big the assholes are in this classroom.
Don't give any names. But
Right.
They have war stories. I know that they do. So they would be able to certainly provide that for you. But here's the thing. If you're a teacher, do you feel bad if you nominate yourself?
You shouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. I would be nominating myself right now. But I think sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to. I want somebody else to nominate me. So
it depends on what, but I think there's a very good reason and a lot to show for it.
Yeah, treat yourself.
As far as me being nominated for Queer Eye, someone else needs to do it. So
yeah, you're just putting that out into the world.
Throw that out there again. I want to be Queer Eye.
Why do you need to be queer? You got it together.
No.
Queer Eye is...
No, I don't.
You just said that so matter of fact.
No, because it is.
Yeah, you're dressing nice. You look nice. You got a job. You got your life all together. What's the problem?
I want to be queer-eyed, and there is a lot more to that. I wear this once a week, man. What are you talking about? I want them to go through my clothes, fix my hair, fix my attitude, and get me ready. What was that? What was that?
I said, all right, we're nominating away.
Yeah.
Look,
it'll be great.
Just be honest here.
What?
Is it the case that you just want to go on Queer Eye and you got to figure out the story afterwards?
Like I want to be on TV? No, I want them to.
You want the free stuff?
All those aspects of it. No, I want someone to come through my house and my life and fix it. Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't Symone and Sean do that?
Yeah, we could do that.
No.
Why not?
It's a solid no, matter of fact, as
What?
well.
Jesus.
Absolutely not.
I can teach you to cook.
I don't want to cook.
So you don't want that part of it? You're not going to hang out with that
queer
guy?
can stay home.
He's not part of that thing?
I mean, he could show me the best way to get food from Uber Eats all the time.
Okay, so you're not interested in
that. Moses, like, all of you. You really think that Symone and Sean could go to my house and...
I mean, this guy's got it together. He wears a baseball cap and a graphic T-shirt every day.
I got style. People say it all the time. They're
Yeah.
like, man, Sean, you got style.
Let's revisit that. Are you talking in the mirror?
Yes, I need to pump myself up. Down days
You
like
got
this.
style, man.
I got to like cool runnings myself into
I see pride.
taking
I
on
see
the day. I think you got it together. Don't short yourself like that. I'm rooting for you though.
Appreciate it.
Do you want us to
root for me
sign you
by
up?
signing me up for Queer
I'll
Eye?
do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, but if the application says I think that she's just fine, I don't know why we need you queers around here.
If you want, I'll really make it like they need to come help immediately.
Yeah, ChatGPT will help with that.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'll say, give me the best pitch possible for somebody to be accepted onto Queer Eye, whatever
She's like,
that generates.
needs to put herself out there again.
Yeah.
and learn how to do makeup or something.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll actually do it if you want me to.
Yeah.
I feel like this is gone.
I feel like you're going to ruin it.
Why
You're
am I
going to ruin my
it?
opportunity.
Why would I do that to you? If you told me, all right, if you came to me.
I have been coming to you for this.
Tell me if you think this is true or not true. If you came to me and you said, Sean, this is important to me, I would like to do this. Do you think that I would try to ruin it or screw it up for you?
If it's for a bit of the show, yes.
I would not. I promise you. I would not. And
Say that to my 24th birthday.
That was not my fault. How was that my fault in the slightest? Because you thought
it's
Beyonce...
my show. I have to have the final say.
God.
Nothing goes by me or happens on the show without my...
So, yes, you do have everything to do with that.
I'm not taking the blame for that. But I'll do this. I'm going to apply for you to be on Queer Eye. And
Get queer-eyed.
Yeah, and
Queer-eyed.
does that mean I have to be a part of it too? Because
No.
You'll be in some B-roll.
Wait, hold on.
She'll be in some B-roll.
She kicked me out of it very quickly. I want to be
I don't
like,
want you talking in the confessionals.
Why?
You can be part of B-roll, but that's about it.
Why
We'll
do you
just
think
use
that
forest footage?
You think that I'm not going to be supportive of you? That's what you think is going to happen here if I talk to these people?
I think, there's
I mean,
just...
these people.
Wow. Thank you, C-Lane.
Come on, Mo.
Unbelievable.
Mo,
help me.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
I can't condone that kind of action around here.
I don't want you to. It's unbelievable. Any teachers, that's what we were talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
Hardworking teachers.
Go over to justcallmo.com and nominate yourself. Don't feel bad about that.
Sorry.
As long as you're a teacher.
Or nominate a friend who is a teacher. Tell your story a little bit, and somebody is going to win a cruise as a result of that, and you deserve it.
It's in the top menu bar in red. Click Win a Cruise, and there's all the instructions.
Are you going on said cruise, Moses?
Well, that's really the con here is I go with the teacher on the cruise.
Fine. Hey.
No, I don't.
Same room and everything.
Bunk beds.
It's going to make it real awkward, actually. That seems fun, and that's a nice thing that you're doing. This is why you should follow Moses on social media, and if you search for Just Call Mo, actually, the social media links will be up at justcallmo.com.
Yeah, I think they're all on there.
If you go there, you can find everything and just follow Moses on all the platforms because there's a lot of merch, there's a lot of stuff. I saw the hot sauce came back in at some point, but
we got a whole room full of hot sauce.
Do
now.
ya?
Oh,
Okay.
the Wambulance Chaser sold out again?
Oh, we got more ambulance chasers. There's more coming.
Okay, because people were nuts about that.
Yeah, we just got the mango one in too.
The mango one is good. I've used that on a bunch of different things.
Mind you, I think I barely got to try the Wambulance Chaser.
I got a case in my car if you want some.
He's going to take that from you. He's going to take you up on that. Okay.
Never leave home
We
without
covered
hot
all our
sauce.
bases here. Queer Eye, hot sauce, and teacher cruise.
Go to justcallmo.com for more information. Justcallmo.com. Okay, quick break. We're back with the stories that didn't make the cut, the final dispatches.
Do we have any stories that didn't make
Oh, yeah, there's a ton over here. Just piled up.
Good time.
And we'll do Today Alert to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Today's the day you've been waiting for. It's iHeartRadio Access Day. Get ready to experience some one-of-a-kind deals and unique experiences all day long. Check out iHeartRadioAccessDay.com for some amazing deals from our partners and keep listening for even more.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day as we are monitoring the potential for some very heavy rain to be making its way across central Florida this afternoon, mainly between 2 and about 9 o'clock tonight. There's also the potential for localized flooding. As for afternoon highs, we're in the mid to upper 80s with overnight lows in the low 70s. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
I'm back. And look at all the Fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown Fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Summer's almost here. Time to get swimsuit ready for the pool parties and beach vacations. And for the confidence to look your very best, get RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. RM3 works on your belly, hips, and thighs, attacking unhealthy fat and reshaping your body, all while helping you lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. There's simply no faster way to get swimsuit ready than with RM3. It's safe and effective for men and women, and it's all natural, so it won't make you nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. So trust the experts at Red Mountain Weight Loss for programs that are doctor supervised and highly successful. Lose weight and look great just in time for summer with RM3. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
When was the last time you had a truly awesome nursery experience? A nursery and garden center with a huge selection and friendly expert advice. We're talking about Quality Green specialists in DeLand. At Quality Green, we have your favorite plants, fruit trees, flowers, vegetables, and herbs. Plus, with our 8011 fertilizer, organic azomite, and composted soil, your garden will look its very best. Great plants, sustainable products, friendly expert advice. 335 West Michigan Avenue, DeLand, and online at qualitygreenspecialist.com.
It's big. Our iHeartRadio Access Day, we call it that because it's access to great stuff, access to deals you can't beat, and some really cool experiences too.
You could be joining Ryan Seacrest for a VIP experience at our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas, including tickets for both nights, all part of iHeartRadio Access Day.
Head to iHeartRadioAccessDay.com now to register for a chance to win. Today only. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
Do you have shoeboxes full of photos? Today only, iHeartRadio Access Day listeners get VIP access to the new Photo Legacy Box. Get your family's photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box. Visit iHeartRadioAccessDay.com today to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. That's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
I'm back. And look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
To you, your final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday, an all-access day, in fact.
It's Access Day.
Oops, we're giving all the access today, though, on Access Day. And there are some awesome deals and a lot more going on, including, honest to God, that Mills Air deal sounds pretty incredible to me.
That is one of the best deals they've got all year.
I was like,
thousands of dollars off.
$3,500 off a new AC.
That's a crazy deal, actually. If you are about to do something, about to make a move on your AC,
honestly,
I would do that.
I think that's the deal that I got.
Yeah, that's like the friends and family.
That's the friends rate, right there.
So if you want to do that, so make sure you're reaching out. What's the website again that people can go to?
It's iHeartRadioAccessDay.com.
It's pretty cool, and you should go check that out for those deals.
And like there's
Prime Day.
There's a whole bunch of stuff. Like it's a national thing, so there's stuff from all around. But you can like whittle it down to just your market to see what some of the local stuff is as well. And there's a bunch. There's like good hotel stuff, Stanley Steamer. There's a whole bunch of companies.
You can always use that stuff. Well, Mo, one thing that I saw today.
Well.
Mo, do you mind talking to me for 20 minutes and 17 seconds?
I'd be happy to.
Oh my God, that long?
That's what I need from you, all right? One thing
pack it up.
I wanted to ask you about was Danny Masterson.
Oh, yeah.
That case finally wrapped up, and they found him guilty on a couple of the counts against him.
2 out of the 3 counts.
In this rape trial. As I was watching the news come through that he was convicted on those counts, I was like, wait, hold on, I'm having deja vu. Didn't we do all this before? And I guess this was the retrial of this whole situation. And
does that mean it was an appeal? Or does that mean
no? It was deadlocked. The last trial.
There was a mistrial before.
Okay. So they literally just start from scratch.
They have to do the whole trial over again, yeah.
And do everything over. Do they usually do it this fast or this close to the previous trial?
How long had it been? I thought it had been a year or two.
Maybe it had been. It didn't
been a little while.
Because he got the other one. He considered himself like victorious, and even though he wasn't, because they didn't convict him, but they sent him over to this in the redo.
A mistrial is a win for the defense in the sense that you're not going to prison.
Yeah,
right.
But they can still try you again if they want to.
With the retrial after the mistrial, it's obviously the same defense, same state attorney. Is it the same judge too?
It depends.
What about the same evidence and witness?
Yeah, if that's the case, that must feel like really repetitive.
Oh, yeah.
That they would just do everything over.
I mean, it certainly can be the same judge. A lot of times judges rotate divisions. This is in California. So
If I were the judge and I had the chance to not sit through that entire thing all over again.
You just play the footage for him?
No, I would just go, all right, let me pass this on to some other honorable judge.
Because you'd be hearing the same arguments, same evidence. Maybe they would watch themselves and watch their performance and say, let's tweak this or that.
Yeah, they can do that.
I mean, it would be smart to do.
As an attorney, I mean, would the silver lining be that you get another go at this to go, oh, hey, this is what I could have done a little bit differently and done a little better this time around?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just a pain in the ass either way?
Well, I mean, certainly the prosecution's going to look at it and say, what did we miss here where we didn't get a guilty verdict, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to analyze their performance. Maybe they're going to emphasize certain things. Maybe they're going to focus on different evidence. Maybe try to tell a little bit of a different story, something along those lines.
Tighten it up.
Yeah, of course, the defense is happy because they were not able to convince a jury that this person was guilty. So, they'll probably stick to a lot of their same strategy. I'm sure they're going to look at their performance too and say, hey, maybe we could have done better here or better there. And I don't know if California allows it or not, but they may even be able to interview the jurors and see what was effective with those jurors.
What does the defendant have to do in between a mistrial and the second trial? Like, not allowed to leave the country? Is there any time served in between? Like,
I mean, usually if they're out on bond like he was, his bond just stays in place until the next trial.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that was a loss for him in a big way. And now,
I wonder when sentencing is.
Yeah,
because he's getting
I think it's August 8th or
Is
something
it?
like that. Yeah,
at least 30 years.
Oh my God!
No, it's
yeah.
up to 30 years. No, you're right. 30 years to life in this one.
30 years to life. He's going to get. That's based on what the judge thinks.
Yeah, it's going to be the judge does the sentencing, so the judge has discretion there and can award a appropriate sentence.
No, it's crazy. The person who I think texted earlier about their car messing up after they brought it in somewhere. They said on YouTube, I asked a question about the car dealership. So you said if their mistake costed other parts in the vehicle to go bad or caused other parts in the vehicle to go bad, I guess I mean, can I take legal action for that?
That would be damages.
Yeah. If they damage your car because they did something wrong, then you can take legal action.
Is that one of those things?
I think some people like hear the word damages and don't realize that could be something that costs you money. It doesn't necessarily have to be bodily damage, physical damage, but damages encompasses costing me money. If it costs me money, then I can come after you for that money.
But isn't there a level of this where you go, is it worth it? Like,
let me work
to get an attorney to go after somebody like this car dealership and to do all this, you'd have to have like a certain number that was done in terms of damages that would make it worthwhile to go chase that.
Well, it depends. So some statutes allow you to recover attorney's fees, and so if you have a damages case that involves that statute, then an attorney is more likely to take the case because they can not only recover the money for you, but they can also get paid from the other side if they prevail.
But for the smaller ones, isn't that what small claims court
that's what I was going to
is
say. If it's just a case of a few $1,000s, you can just go to small claims court.
Yeah, or the TV judges. You could do that too. Which
I always want to do that.
what happens with that? What do
Don't
they
pay
say?
for everything?
Do they just make an?
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Do they just make a deal? They pay both sides?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They just make a deal that, like, hey, you agree that this case is going to be settled based on what happens in this courtroom?
What it actually is binding arbitration. So they
is it?
They look at small claims court cases, and then they approach the people and say, hey, would you want to come into this TV court?
No way. That's how they get them?
That's how they get them.
I never even thought of that.
They have to sign an agreement that's binding arbitration. So basically...
Meaning you can't go, all right, this is cute that we've done the TV show. I'm going to sue you for real now.
Right. It's you agree to have an arbitrator, which is basically a private judge, make a decision on your case, and you waive your right to a trial in front of a county court judge, essentially.
Yeah, but arbitrator Judy just doesn't have the same ring.
Does not.
No, it's not as powerful, I don't think.
Somebody on the texting service said they just got laid off yesterday. That sucks. Company that I've worked for almost 4 years decided to give me separation paperwork due to workforce reduction. They were salary. They have a week of PTO due, and when they asked about it, they said they asked about it before they signed the paperwork. They said they're letting me go halfway through the year, so they only have to pay me 2.5 days of the 5 that are due. Is that right, or can they go after the full 5 days?
Well, it depends how it accrues. So you'd have to go back and look at your employment agreement. Some places, you'll get a day per month or something like that.
Right, or a couple hours each week.
Yeah, a couple hours each week. So it depends how it accrues. You have to check your employment agreement to see how it accrues at your employer, at your former employer's
right.
place.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't know how ours accrues. I thought it was just like
it's after
January 1st. We just get like refilled.
We do
like a gas station.
And then after so many years, they add days to it.
Isn't it insane that most people probably don't know the answer to that? Most people probably don't know what their setup is for whatever job that they have, and they don't look into this because,
or they just assume like me that it's just like this yearly recharge.
That's what I always assume.
January 1st.
I'm like, all right, cool, we got all the days back. All right, let's go over to some final dispatches here on this lovely Thursday. Professor Booty is chiming in about Sabrina's potential appearance on Queer Eye.
Where does he teach at?
This one's for
Not
Sabrina
sure.
in particular. For some reason, I got the sudden urge to queer eye you. I don't even know where it came from.
The cops
I think
are
they're coming to get me.
right behind you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah,
was that a joke?
I don't know what the point of that was, but it did sound like he was about to get pulled over.
I hope he does.
Let's go over to Amanda Day One, or Amanda One Day, has a question for Mo.
Hey, Shaw and Sabrina C. Lane. Got a
Hey.
question from Mo.
Hi,
here.
Amanda.
I'm in charge of a 33-unit apartment building, and we have a problem with the subs and employees on site using the tubs as a restroom in the units.
No.
We provided ample portalet space downstairs. I was wondering what the repercussions were if we caught somebody red-handed. Thanks for your time, guys. Can't wait to hear your answer. Bye.
So,
Oh, wait, you have public tubs?
Yeah, they're peeing in the tubs?
They're going to the bathroom in tubs on the work site, I think. And he's wondering if there's anything he could do about that legally.
It's all
Saran
drains.
wrap?
Yeah, I would steer clear of any of this, sir. You just put some porta-johns on the site.
No, he said there's ample porta-johns.
There's plenty of them, and they're still doing it.
Yeah,
anyway?
but you haven't peed until you peed in a tub.
Call them out, I guess.
Yeah, fire
shame
'em
them.
if you want to fire 'em, I mean.
Get rid of one of them in front of all the other ones,
I feel like we need more details.
and then they'll start talking about this. All right, here is DeWitt Sees All.
So I know someone that uses these illegal apps to watch sporting events that they can't get, and they showed it to me. It's got NBA, NFL, whatever, and so it'll show
List
you the
them all,
games
we got
that are on
time.
each night, and then it'll show you 5 or 6 streams that they're currently broadcasting. Like it'll say NFL Sunday Ticket or Red Zone, YouTube TV. So you click whatever one you think you want to watch, and then you start watching it.
This sounds like something that you might be familiar with, Celine. Like, it
I
sounds like they're-
used to have a thing like that, and I haven't messed with it in a handful of years.
It seems like whack-a-mole because these services
It
pop
really
up,
was.
and then all of a sudden they end up getting busted by the cops, or
it seems so cool like when you first get into it because you're gaming the system a little bit. First of all, it is, I think the legality of it is a very, very gray area. But you sign up for this service. It's usually on some website that says you're signing up for web hosting.
Yeah.
And they're like, which web hosting package would you like? And you're like, I want this web hosting package. And then
and some dummies get confused and they're like, I'm here for the illegal television. What are you talking about?
And so then you sign up and you get like a couple hundred channels, and they're from all over the world. Like there's channels you'll never watch because there's all kinds of like soccer channels from the European area,
all different languages.
There's Pakistani channels. There's like everything on some of these. And like you said, when it comes to live sports, it's hit or miss, and then the services themselves end up going. The too many people sign up. Too many people trying to restream something to somewhere else and make their own money, and it just becomes a mess. And you go, you know what? I'll just pay for YouTube TV. It's fine.
I think that's what's going to happen with this guy, too. Mo, we were talking earlier about that building. I don't know if you've seen anything about this building that collapsed.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah, I
apartment
heard you guys
building.
talk about that.
And it's such a wild story. And they were saying to these people, they were like, we want to destroy the building. We want to knock it down, or we want to, do demolition to get the whole building down. And the protesters started to build outside of there, and they were saying, no, there's still people in here. There's still animals in there. Do those people have any rights in that situation to actually put a stop to somebody doing something like that?
Well, you're not supposed to demolish a building with people or animals inside of it.
That's a great point,
That's the
Moses.
first problem.
The building people,
Bunch of fun suckers.
The building people were saying, there's nobody in here. There's no animals in here. They were flat out wrong. But
Yeah, I mean, that's
they were suggesting that seems like they could be in some real legal hot water.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what information they had and why was the building being demolished? Was it abandoned?
No, it just
collapsed.
fell. It just
part of it fell.
Yeah,
and they
it
demolished
collapsed.
The other part.
And then within like 48 hours of the collapse, or very quickly after the collapse, they were running as fast as they can to knock the building down. Which, as we were saying earlier, kind of seems like
cover up.
Yeah, you're trying to get rid of whatever evidence might be there.
Now, if there hadn't been people inside or pets inside or whatever, and would there be? This is not really an illegal question, is it? I was like, would they rush to demolish the rest of it if it would pose a threat if it fell down uncontrolled?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're looking
That's
at
what they're
public
worried.
safety, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you need to clear the building before you demolish it. I mean, that seems like there's just gross negligence there.
Do you,
on whoever demolished
when you're
it.
at a place like that, because all these people, their reviews online were for years and years and years talking about how this place is dangerous to live at. It's in a state of disrepair. If you're a renter in a building like that, do you have any recourse to say, like, I want the building to be inspected? I want to make sure that this is a safe building to live in? Or do you literally just have to take them at their word?
Well, I think now after Surfside, there are some provisions that allow for inspections and things like that that are mandatory, especially if you're closer to the coast, and if your building's
more
of a certain
dangerous.
age.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's basically on the government, the county, to do the building inspection to ensure that it's up to code and that it's not going to fall over.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine just wanting your apartment building to maybe not fall over or large chunks of it to fall off. Our last dispatch for today, here is Jamie with a dispatch.
Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, junkies.
You too.
So, Sabrina, I couldn't help but notice your enthusiasm when you were talking about that concert with Lionel Richie. So, I have a proposal for you.
Ooh.
When I win, I will bring you along with me.
Uh-oh.
As long as I get free T&J swag for a year. Loads of stickers, magnets, whatever that has
Please.
my favorite local celebrities on it. And I would also like something with all three of you guys' signatures.
Yep, no problem.
That'd be
Done
so
and done.
freaking awesome. So let me know what you think, Sabrina. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Jamie.
Yeah, Sean's got an entire closet full of it. I will go and steal all from the...
Jamie is a bad negotiator. She could have shot way higher than that. But yeah, if you want to take somebody along for the Lionel Richie concert, which we'll have to do under disguise, we figured out.
I have the costumes I need.
Yeah, we'll have
I
to
will
be.
use the name Moses DeWitt.
No one will ever
I'm
know.
allowed to go.
Nobody
And
will
I
ever
just need your
suspect.
signatures.
All right, let's do these stories that didn't make the cut. An insane story out of Oklahoma where a mother of a girl who's just 12 years old found out that a 12-year-old had stabbed her 90-year-old brother to
Oh
death.
my God, that footage is
Crazy.
insane.
And the little girl's like, I don't know. I
sorry,
think
I'm
I'm demonic.
sorry.
She said, the little girl who's 12, she's like, I think it was some demonic S and said the S word.
The mother screams, I cannot get out of my head.
The mom is like, you better hope your brother survives. It's,
Oh, he was
whoa.
dead.
Yeah, he was. But she wasn't aware of it at one point, I think. They said the girl, who they're not naming, is being treated at a children's facility in Tulsa. She stabbed her 9-year-old brother Xander to death in their home and is as yet unexplained attack. She said, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. It's some demonic S. And they said there was some medication issue. They were good kids raised as God-fearing children, never had a behavioral issue until she was put back on a medication. She was off for over a year. That's what the mom says was responsible for all this. The craziest thing is when you get a 12-year-old, it's so hard to get a 12-year-old to actually face any kind of charges like this. Like, I'd be very surprised if they end up pushing charges against them. There are cases like this, and we've even discussed them before on the show. I think the wrestling case is one of the youngest ones where that kid was wrestling with somebody and then he killed him, and then they actually tried to try him for the murder. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember that one.
I think he was 12 or 13, but at that age, they generally don't seem to charge them.
Usually they don't, but they can direct file on them and charge them as an adult if they want to, just depending on the circumstances.
They didn't file any charges against that kid who shot his teacher.
No?
No, because he was 6 or something.
Yeah.
He was so young, they said...
They filed charges on the parents, though,
They
right?
did.
Yeah,
They-
I was going to say, I thought I remember some charges.
Yeah,
Out of that.
which I think is a good development. Like, you need to make... If this kid got to school with your gun, you've done something wrong. Immediately, you know, you've done something wrong. I said that a little too country. Apologies.
Yeehaw, y'all.
All right, there's a new Venice hotel that's opening up, and I hate these stupid things. They are pod hotels, and you just rent out this one little thing like you crawl into.
Is that a hotel?
I don't think so, but they do, and they want to charge you big money for it. This is the LAX Hyatt House, and it's full of these little pods that you can rent out for your vacation. I'm not sleeping in the pod.
I thought you said Venice.
Venice Beach, California was where they're doing those things.
I was thinking a different country.
All right, and you know what? Let's just leave it right there. Let's wrap everything up for this amazing day. Mo, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you, Mr. Watson.
Appreciate you as always.
Thanks for being part of Access Day with us.
Injured on the go, just call Mo, 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to that website, justcallmo.com. Remember, the teachers, you can nominate them there, or you can nominate yourself over at justcallmo.com to get that free cruise. And everything else you need to keep your eyes on is over there on the website. And after an accident, you call 866-CALL-MO. All right, all that said, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, June 1st, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I learned one of the guys from this band right here.
Right. Beatles.
The Beatles. That is correct. The drummer from the Beatles, who is
Ringo Starr.
That's right, Ringo Starr.
I don't know why I thought you were asking us for his age.
Today I learned Ringo Starr had tuberculosis as a child and spent 2 years recovering in a sanatorium. To entertain himself, he used a wooden bobbin to drum objects and developed his love of drumming from that. So thank you to tuberculosis for the Beatles drummer.
Thanks, TB.
Today I learned in a funeral home in Michigan, they have a drive-through. You can view the deceased through a window and pay your respects. There's also a registry book and a memorial box for dropping off cards.
Yeah.
Cruise right through the drive-through.
You said where?
That's in Michigan.
Michigan. They have some in, there's one in Compton.
Is there?
And I only know that because I watched, I believe the show was Ghetto Ghost Hunters.
And they showed that they have a drive-through funeral?
Yeah, because it was haunted. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that seems like a place
Need to be queer-eyed.
All right.
It doesn't seem like the same level of effort to pay your respects.
No, it really seems like you're phoning it in.
Quick sketch.
Today I learned this song right here.
All Along the Watchtower.
That's right, All Along the Watchtower. Sabrina knew it, but not the name. Jimi Hendrix's rendition of Bob Dylan's All Along the Watchtower was partially inspired by a version done by an obscure band called the Alan Brown Band, which nobody has heard of.
Sorry, Alan.
They didn't get all the money and the fame and all that other good stuff. Today I learned a chess robot in Moscow broke the finger of its 7-year-old human opponent after the boy made a quick move without waiting for the robot to complete its turn, and the robot attacked the little kid on accident.
Just robot bullies.
That's unbelievable. And finally, today I learned this guy.
LL Cool J.
That's right, LL Cool J. I'm going to be hanging out with him. I'll be so hip. He'll think I'm cool, man.
Whoa. And what's his DJ's name?
Oh, damn it, I forgot again.
Not hanging out with him anymore.
Is that?
Z-Trip.
Z-Trip. Z-Trip?
Z-Trip.
Got it. I'm going to remember that.
Got it.
All right. Well, he was asked to be in a Gap commercial, but he didn't do it. It doesn't matter. You know what? We're leaving. We're leaving. Thanks again, Mo.
Access Day.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place in West Palm Beach. It is more Rover coming up next. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show. It's on the way, and it's all right here on Real Radio.